Alright, let's get going. So, for those of you wondering what in the world I'm doing, so Moss, Belt, Camaro, and I, a few months ago, we did a draft of Rev, and well, Moss and Camaro have never played Rev before, Moss chose, well, I know it's a little small. I know it's kind of small, but the first row are free units. So Corin, Azura, Felicia, Jacob, Gunter, and Scarlet. And the second row is what Moss chose. Mozu, Sakura, Selena, Laszlo, Effie, Hinoka, Silas, Caden, and Odin. Those last two are terrible. And if you ever played Rev Lunatic, yeah, this team isn't really good for Rev. Is Corn going to look like Mosley? Well, I don't know how to really make Corn look like Oswald Mosley. Laszlo game. Yeah, see, that's the one thing I think you will like about this. Is that I will... Yeah, I have Laszlo. He is one of my best units. And this group of units, Laszlo is one of the best... I think Sakura and Laszlo are the best units, really, out of this group. Isn't Scarlet, like, only around for... Yeah, like 1.5 chapters, yeah. Yeah, so Scarlet barely counts at all. There's no way to keep her alive. She dies. There's literally nothing you can do. So, we just kind of decided, okay, yeah, I guess, you know, she's a freebie, but not really, because you just never get to keep her. We're back in Rev, yes we are, and I'm doing Moss's draft. So, I gave it some thought, how I was going to approach this problem. Is Effie any good in Rev? Not in armor. You probably don't want to keep her in armor. You probably want to reclass her to something else. I'm not sure what I'm going to do for Effie in this run, but she makes a pretty good, just like a strong offensive unit. What I usually like to do is marry her off to Arthur and make her a berserker, because that works out really well for her. But obviously I can't do that in this run. I've heard that I think her vanilla reclass is maid, which means she's a very offensive maid, which is kind of weird, but maybe we'll try that. I don't know. I'm alright, chapter 1, you'll never catch it to me. Oh, really? Well, I got the Branch of Fate, so, also, something I gave some thought to is, I'm actually gonna play as female Corin. Now, this is one kind of true to what Moss did in his run. I usually don't like to play as female Corin, but, given the fact that a lot of his early units are female, I think it actually makes sense to give a Demoiselle. Because look, our first pickup is I guess, depending on whichever way you do it, is Mozu or Sakura. And we don't get anyone until chapter 13, Selena? So that's not really good. Normally I would play as male Corin. In fact, almost like every run I've done has been with male Corin. But I think for what I want to do, I will play as female Corin, because he actually made a pretty good point, and that's that with female Corin, I mean, he already has 2 other female units, like at the very beginning, and he's gonna need help. The problem that Moss has with his lineup is that he doesn't really have tanks, and that's really bad for when you get to Vala. Now, having tanks is not good. Silas is probably like the one tanky guy. I guess you could also say Laszlo is kind of tanky. But that's about it. He doesn't have like any really solid tanks, really. He certainly doesn't have mixed tanks. So I have an idea. Also, for what I want to do, also requires female Corin, not male Corin. I have to play without Tsubaki. This realization hit me like a ton of bricks. I might as well quit. Ain't no way I'm going female Corin. Well, the reason I'm doing this partly is for Gentil Ohm, but also for well, something later you'll see. Something I want to save for a bit later. I'm not used to seeing all the female corn haircuts. Ugh. A lot of these suck. Freaking Scarlet right here. What I will probably do is... This is kind of nice. Actually, you know what? Nah, let's go for this. And then play with... Look, it's Paula! Hey, it's Paula! She's back! We go from playing as a green-haired male unit named Boris to a green-haired female unit named Paula, I guess. Face type. What kind of face is that? We'll go with this, I suppose. The main issue I have with female corn, GP-wise, the better spouses for corn are usually women. Like, the stronger dudes come way too late. I guess just name this Corn Paula. Yeah, why not? Even though she's not going to be a Falco Knight. She's not going to be a Falco Knight. Spoiler alert, guys. She's not going to be a Falco Knight. I changed my mind. I'll do Branch of Fate. Okay, fair enough. Alright, so we'll make her, Paula. Okay. And I guess just use my actual birthday. I don't know. I don't really care. So what I'm gonna do... Well, I guess it kind of spoils it a bit. But, yeah, I'm gonna make her an Oni Savage, and then make her promote into... Ideally, I want her to be another chieftain. And we're gonna make her clever and unlucky. So this means that she has a magic boon. I don't really use magic boons all too much, but we're gonna do it here. She's breathing heavy. Is it because she's underwater? Are we underwater? We're going for... Nah, wait, can he become Oni Chieftain? Does he become Oni Chieftain as his reclass? I thought his reclass was Diviner. I thought his reclass was Diviner. I think you're mixing it up because you're used to Caden, or not Caden, sorry, Hayato. Only Christian girl. But yeah, we're going to make her, he does with marriage. Really? He passes down Oni? Does he? Or do you mean like he gets it through marriage? Which I'm not sure why you'd want that, because Caden's stats are not in the right place. Okay, so I'm also not used to using Jacob. In fact, I don't think any of us really use. I think the only one here who plays the female corn usually is, well, Moss, but he's not here, and probably I would assume Maki. I would assume. I don't know. Maybe she does play. Maybe she does play as male corn. I have no idea. I have no idea, but I'm going to assume that she plays as female corn. Get it through marriage. Yeah, but it also requires marrying Caden, and that's that's kind of a waste of a S rank. He would be pretty decent at Oni. Oh, okay, I must have forgotten. Yeah, I do think I vaguely remember that. Is ranked Jacob? It's ranked Jacob on my first. Okay, well that answers that, I suppose. All right, so let's see. Yeah, this corn actually is not the greatest. I did a new game thing with female corn, and yeah, she didn't level up too well, unfortunately. So that's a little concerning, but the good news is that she has a dragon stone. Since she has a magic boon, the dragon stone can one-shot things. It doesn't one-shot the boss, though. It does not one-shot the boss. Actually, with the Yato, I do kill, right? She's only got 6 defense, so that's not good. Yeah, 'cause she's only got 6 defense with the Yato. Which means she might just die. Is this why your life hurts? I mean, Jacob, from what I understand, is actually pretty good. It's just, I've never really used him that much. Certainly not the way you're supposed to as female corn. with Felicia pair up. Yeah, or if my Corn just leveled up a little bit better, probably. Which, like I said, she is not leveled that well. But hey, she one-shots some of these guys. So that's nice, I suppose. Oh, that's bad. That's not... No, that's really bad. That might require a reset, honestly. That is... Because the problem is it screws over, like, everything. It ruins everything by just slowing everything down by a turn. I don't need you to do that. I need you to hit. Okay, what I need to do now is actually take a risk here. I need to actually take a risk here. You're supposed to land the 90%. Yeah, that was just unlucky. Okay, at least you dodged. That's good. Because this Corn is not the sturdiest, which is concerning, considering that she's going to be my main tank. And people are already laughing at my misfortune.
I'm here to help.
Okay. But unlike Paula, she actually has a luck stat. But I guess she also missed, so... I guess she still is unlucky, just in a different way. Azura does not get one-shot by this, but I would rather keep her away if at all possible. The problem is also this guy can shoot her. Usually, on this turn, I've already... Once you kill the boss, these guys leave you alone. So, that's not good. That is not good. That is not what we want at the moment, but... I did check, the Yato does double. Hey, Dr. Gordon. Okay, as long as we don't miss a 93%, we're good. Okay. I won't laugh at Harden's misery. No, Maki just likes laughing at my misery, apparently. I didn't realize this, but yeah, female Corn does have her own unique animation. Whereas Corn does a little, male Corn does a little sword switch thing. She just sticks in the ground, like she thinks she's Ike or something, I don't know. She thinks she's Ike. Can you believe this, guy? She thinks she's freaking Ike. Okay. This is what we want to do. Yeah, one shot. She missed that luck stat, really isn't putting in the work. No, it's not. To be fair, she does have a luck bane. She does have a luck bane, so this kind of isn't... This is in character with Paula, I suppose, although I don't think Paula would have a magic boon, of all things, but... You never know. Oh, don't debuff me. Don't debuff me. Not that it really matters, I suppose. Not that it really matters. Yeah, it doesn't. Is Ike? Not sure if that's good or not. Moculus had a lot of random stuff. That's very true, yeah, Moculus is the most, just like random things ever. It's kind of hard to tell when she's not my co-host, but... She does laugh at a lot of really strange things. You're like, wait, that you thought that was funny? Welcome to the Sword and Harden channel. And she thought that was funny. That wasn't even the punchline. The punchline was after that. I don't even remember what it was. It's like, welcome to the Sword and Harden channel where we don't have something or whatever, or where this happens. And instead of laughing at the end, she laughed at just the welcome to the Sword and Harden channel. I'm not sure why. Is what the icon is. That's very true, yeah. It's a very quick patch up that you can take care of. Do we want to get the kill to Jacob, or... I mean, he is about to get a level, but... Yeah, okay, idea. Idea. Let her everything when she was... Yeah, she does laugh at a lot. She does laugh at quite a bit. Although I will say, Jacob is really good.
Excuse me?
Jacob is very good. We're giggling every 2 seconds minimum. That sounds about right. She's probably laughing right now, honestly. She's probably laughing at us pointing that out. Okay, let's just not miss. She's definitely laughing if I miss this. Okay. Is Paula's skill just kind of bad or something? 10 skill isn't that bad. I guess because she's not standing to an adjacent ally, so that's kind of hurting her hit a bit. I'm such a jovial individual and the community is nice. Yeah, true. Alright. So this is where things start. Berwick Saga Peak. Alright, Don Lot. I have to wonder how her lungs work. She laughs so often. She must have different lungs. Like, she's, I don't know, the respiratory system of a fish or something. I don't know. Well, I mean, fish don't laugh, so I don't know. My point being is it's different from the average human. Okay. Welcome, Don Alt. We're just gonna call the Berwick Saga guy Don Lot Alt. Alright. Okay. Get this out of the way. While drawing, I was listening to that Meng's Waifu tier list. I respectfully disagree with something. That is an old video. Well, a lot of takes Claire at the top. It's a choice, definitely. Yeah, it's a choice. I'm not sure if it's one that I would make, but it is a choice. Yeah, it is a choice. Another reason why I didn't do Branch of Fate earlier today, or like I did a new file, is because my my resource spawns were awful. I think it was like daikon and berries or something like that. Like, it was just really bad. Bean fields and dairy is actually not too bad, because you get a strength nutrient and a speed one, and that's pretty nice. That's actually pretty nice. We'll go feed the fish some milk. I don't know why. I'm not even sure if fish should drink milk, but we're gonna get the fish some milk. That's my resource pool. I mean, it's not a bad resource pool. It's better than a lot of others. Like I said, you could be stuck with daikon. Daikon's so freaking. Whoever says, yes, I need a daikon dish. That previous one was a vile farm combo, not gonna lie. You mean the daikon one? Yeah, it was just stupid. Like, there's certain reasons why you want to go and reset your farm, and yeah, that's one too. But welcome, Oboro. Should we just call this guy Oboro? Obro. I mean, daikon and berries. Yeah, it's a bad mix. Onyx and Dairy was my Branch of Fate file for 4 years. I don't know about Onyx, because I don't remember what that gives you, but Dairy's not bad. I don't think I've ever seen this spot before. I don't know, this guy kind of sounds like a simp. A Poro Liper? Wait, did you say... Bricklay? Oh, okay. 23 people watching? 13? Okay, that's a lot more believable. That is still kind of high. I mean, we've already seen some new people here, which is surprising. Shadows of Lynch brings in a lot of new people, but I don't know about Fates bringing in a lot of new people. Independent? What do you mean by that? I don't know what that word is. Jacob hates everyone who isn't Corin. I thought Jacob just hates everyone. These supports also feel kind of long. I don't know, it's just because they're not that interesting, but, like, they're so, like, you know, you'd think it sort of ended by now, and then it doesn't. Recommendations and filled with fates and 3 houses, content not gonna based? Pretty base mix of content. Okay, well, I've definitely seen that one before. Let's see. It's a little like a Nimrod. Welcome to my world. That's how my corn's leveling. Let's see. Let's see here. Yeah, we're gonna go to the rod shop and get ourselves some stuff. We're gonna give Jacob a rod. We're also gonna give Corin the goddess icon, because why not? You know, I'm beginning to wonder... Okay, hold on. I have a luck bane, but why is our luck so high? If anything, I feel like I have a defense bane or something, because, like, her luck is plenty fine. Her luck is, you know, like, actually pretty solid. I could have just sold that, honestly. Abruptly left to grab food and help my grandma a bit. I think I haven't mentioned this. I'm home from the hospital yesterday. Oh, I thought she already was. I thought she already was home from the hospital. We'll go buy one of each. Oi, bro! Drink a lot of the old... Yeah. You gave her the icon, didn't you? I did, but I'm saying it's like 12 is way higher than I'd expect her to have at this point. Like, even with the icon, that is a lot higher than I thought. For a corn that has a luck bane, I would have expected to be in the single digits. Because, mind you, that means that even before the goddess icon, she still had double-digit luck at this point, which is actually pretty high. For someone with a luck bane, you would expect their luck to be a little bit lower. I guess, hey, she's not going to be facing any low percent... I mean, she's luckier than Azura. Well, I guess that is with a icon, but... I mean, Jacob is luckier than her. Wait. No. Yeah. But yeah, I probably could have just sold that, honestly. But yeah, one of the reasons why I got Jacob is because, Gentile Ohm, since a lot of my starting cast is female, I thought it made more sense to give, Gentile Ohm. Because notice that Moss's picks are very female-oriented. So Gentile Ohm is honestly a much better bet for right now. Sheeta really needs to pick a struggle. She does. Are you playing a hack version? No, this is on my 3DS. This is on my 3DS. This is on capture card. Let's see. So I will use the Dragonstone. Ladies man, I guess so. Yeah, he is definitely going to be rizzing a lot of women here. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to do with, like I said, with my list of playable units. I kind of have to make do with what I got, and when you have a lot of these units, you really got to come up with some ideas that'll work, because these units are not meant to be going through Rev like this. Most of them. Like I said, there are a few good picks there. There are a few good picks. Like I said, Sakura is going to be really good. And Laszlo are going to be really, really solid units. But for anyone who's played Rev Lunatic, you're going to look and see, like, Odin, and you're like, oh god, why would he... I mean, granted, that was near the end of his list, but still.
Ready for this?
I was very surprised that his first pick was Moser. Usually, in a Fates draft, you're going to try to hog up the Royals, like, immediately. But he went for Bozu.
Yes.
This is definitely going to be a very magic-oriented Corn, because she is not getting that much strength, which is a little concerning for Anankos, because you want the Omega Yato for that, and yeah. I remember Belt having issues with trying to defeat Anankos in one run, because his Corn just was not leveling strength, so that might be me this run. Yeah, Silas will probably pull weight. I haven't actually used Silas that much in Rev, because I just see like his absurdly low spin, like, I don't want to do that. But, I mean, he probably works, honestly. He probably works. Is a pick of all time, yeah. Definitely. If this was Conquest, you know, maybe that might, you know, be reasonable, but I'm still trying to figure out how to make Odin work in Rev, because he is. I can't tell whether Odin or Caden are worse. Honestly, they're like fighting each other for first place of just worst here in Rev, and I think Odin I might have an idea for, and that's make him a master of arms. I think that's the only way. Just like don't bother making him a mage at all. Just like reclass him immediately out. Make him a samurai. Get him to level 20. Promote him into Master of Arms, and that's probably your best bet. So yeah, that's kind of a challenge of my run, is to see if I can make Odin actually work. I've heard Master of Arms Odin is pretty good, but I've yet to try him. At least Odin was his last pick, true.
Ready for this?
No surprise there.
Actually, yeah, I guess it was.
This won't do.
HP, skill, speed, defense. You know, he is kind of tanky. That is one thing I forget, since I always use Felicia, is that Jacob actually has some bulk to him. He doesn't just get deleted after one hit. Rev merit choices are like Ninja Girl and the Capture Girl. Yeah, it's just... jeez, man. But I have an idea. Because I do want to get Ophelia this run. I'm definitely going to try to get Ophelia this run. I pretty much never use Ophelia in Rev because she's kind of cumbersome to get in Rev. But I think I could make her work. I think I could make her work. I suspect I could. Alright. I definitely want Azura to get some levels here. Okay, so we will put you here. Like so. Yeah, as long as she's got the Dragonstone, she's fine. Owen's only use of my first Rev run was being Ophelia's dad, and that was it. I mean, that's usually what his main use is in Rev, to be honest. It's just being the means to get Oboro. Or not Oboro. that doesn't make sense. The means to get Ophelia, sorry. Speaking of unit design.
We got this.
All clean.
I feel like probably the best thing you could do for Odin's marriage is give him like a magic wife. That's probably what you're supposed to do. Main use in Rev, that's his only use in all of Fates. Could be, but I feel like he's at least a bit more usable in Conquest. Sniper with 0 skill would be funny in a game. I mean, in Fates it could still work because Certain Blow can kind of patch that up. But yeah, outside of something like Fates, that would be kind of weird.
We won't give up.
Some funny Odin strats in Conquest. I would imagine so, you at least get him kind of early. The problem that Rev does is you get him so late. You get him so late that it's hard to really patch him up. A lot of people will say it's because he's so low leveled. It's not even that he's low leveled, it's just that you get him so late. The problem is you can't really get him supports that he would want until very late in the game. And that's his biggest issue. If he started out with those same even if you got him, with those same bases at like level like chapter, I don't know, 13 or something instead, there'd at least be more options. A Nos book for Conquest. I mean, you can get him a Nos book in Rev. The problem is that he cannot tank the enemies in Rev because they're a lot harder to tank. You're not facing those guys with Odin's defense. Odin's defense is nowhere near good enough. You get him so late and next to multiple better. Yeah, that's That is certainly a problem, yeah. That is definitely an issue. Odin's availability issue is like Nino's availability issue in FE7. Yeah, I suppose that is one thing you could do, except that I feel like anytime I try to train up Odin, he doesn't even scale properly. Like, he just does not scale. His stats are just not good enough. At least with Nino, she tends to at least have the stats once she gets up there. Odin just doesn't. He just doesn't. Although you could also argue it's a lot harder giving Nino kills in FE7 because of just how aggressively any-phase it is. Nino actually grows stats. That is my point, yeah. Nino actually gains stats. So if you can get through actually feeding her the kills, that's the thing, I think they have different problems. Odin's problem is that he just does not ever grow, you know, enough stats. Nino's issue is getting kills. If she can get kills, if you can spoon feed her those kills, which, like I said, in FE7 is harder to do than you think, because you don't have dual strikes and stuff like that, and the game becomes aggressive, very aggressively enemy phase by the time Nino joins. But if you can give her the kills, and actually get her to a point that she will, you know, do what she needs to do, wow, that doesn't kill, that's kind of pathetic. Was your No Nori November run, never got speed effect? That's what I'm saying, man, like, he's just... Now, maybe the mistake was making him a Dark Knight. I think that's what it was. I was trying to think like, oh, he might just be like a discount Leo. No, he was like freaking half dead Leo. Honestly, a half dead Leo would still be more competent than him. Like, he was just so bad. I don't think he realized just how bad he was. And that's just, yeah, no, it really is. Honestly, even this like 1 or 2 bad levels early on is just gonna completely delete the guy. It's very sad how that works, but yeah, no, Odin really does not have much leeway to get a couple bad levels.
Let me try.
That's Odin's issue, is that he really needs to get good, like, right off the bat. He needs to get good, like, immediately. If he gets just some kind of janky first few levels, it's like you said, it's wraps for him.
We won't give up.
And the problem is, like, he just never gets that great at levels.
Yet another victory.
Swordmaster Odin's speed will never be an issue again. That is true, but, like, then again,
This won't do.
thing I'm not sure if you've noticed this, but, wow, he's getting good levels. The thing about, Odin is actually his defense and HP growth are not bad. And by going into Master of Arms, you actually kind of start to, wow, her strength is pitiful. You'll start to notice that his HP growth is actually really high. His HP growth in Master of Arms is like 75%, which in Faith is really high. Not many units have that high of an HP growth in Faith. So at the very least, he ends up being really bulky, which is nice. Especially for this army. This army needs it. This army needs some bulk. Oh dear. Oh dear. This is not good. Not good. Yikes, that's getting a little nasty. Okay, what we need to do is we need to back off. Yeah, see what I mean? This corn's just not really that... This corn's just not really cooking. I hope she gets some really good levels really soon, because she really needs them. She needs, like, a lot of defense. She needs a lot more strength where that's coming from. Robust corn mains are busted. Well, I had one once in New Nori in November, and the problem was that he was never getting speed. Like, yeah, he had a lot of HP, but yeah, my corn stats suck. I don't know why, man. I don't know why this corn stats are so bad. That's really bad, because this run is gonna be very corn centric for a good chunk of it, and so just not having a good corn is just really rough. Now, part of what will help me is whenever I get gunned, and I'll be able to get rally defense pretty easily. But the issue is just that I'm not going to be fielding gunned forever. I'll be fielding for quite a while, just for the free rally defense, but at a certain point, I'm not going to be fielding him. I'm starting fresh. My corn already has more magic than my branch one. Yeah, that's... At the very least, this corn does have, this corn does have pretty good magic. but the amount of damage she's taking as a dragon is bad. Yeah, she needs a lot more defense. She needs... why in the world are her stats so bad? Why in the world... I don't understand. Maybe I just got like a really bad luck of the draw? I don't know. I'm assuming that's what I got, because like this Corrin's stats just like bad across the board. It'd be one thing if she was kind of cursed in like defense, but had pretty good strength and speed, but she doesn't. She really doesn't. She's just kind of bad everywhere. But hey, maybe that's part of the challenge, is trying to make this sucky Corrin actually work.
You have my support.
I'm actually scared to see how much damage she would take without the Dragon Stone equipped.
That one will.
Because she's already taking 5 damage with it equipped. That's not good. 20. She takes 12 damage from that. Kind of it is. Actually, I think it's 11 damage because the weapon triangle advantage. Under the gentle Ohm effect too, Corrin shouldn't be taking that much damage here. No, they should not. They should not. You're absolutely right. They should not be taking that much damage. They absolutely shouldn't. Yeah, no. It is definitely something kind of odd going on here.
I can help you.
Magic Boon Corrin and very cursed Corrin. This Corrin sucks. This Corrin's pretty bad.
Let's go.
Ow. Alright, let's go and hit... Jeez, man. Can't even 3-shot, and it doesn't even double. Wow. Amazing. Amazing. Corrin needs to get some near-perfect levels. Oh, those are cooked.
This is my
That
chance.
is not near perfect. I do need defense, yes, but I need a lot more than just skill, luck, and defense. Mario, she's not channeling her inner FE6 Corel, she's channeling her Eliwood. The man of this draft has arrived, yeah. He was the one who came up with this draft. Jeez, man. Jeez, that is bad. Jacob is doing well, but Corrin is definitely not. Maybe this is why all these female Corrin strats revolve around carrying with Jacob, because female Corrin just freaking can't do anything, apparently. Okay, I know it's admittedly just my Corrin's really unlucky, but... Level 10 with these stats, that is really concerning, especially in Rev, where Corrin kind of carries you for the first few chapters. Corrin's supposed to be your good unit. I did branch... no, I actually started a new file and got this absolute pathetic Corrin.
I did it.
I have better resources in this run than the one that I did like a month ago, but geez, this is a really bad Corrin. Okay, so since you just joined Moss, look at these stats. Level 10 with 10 strength, 9 magic, 12 skill, 12 speed, 13 luck, 9 defense, and 5 res. Honestly, I kind of wish instead of getting like a bajillion points of luck, while she has a luck bane, I wish she instead put like half that into like speed or something. Yeah, no, I actually had her with a speed boon in the prologue chapters, and she still has only this pathetic amount of speed. I don't know. And she's had a luck bane this entire time. So I have no idea how her luck is this high. I really don't. You might have been best starting from chapter again. I already did that earlier today. I guess I might as well do it again today. Well, you know what? We'll you know, we're not dead. We can still give it a shot. Chapter 9 is gonna suck though. Chapter 9 is gonna be so bad. Chapter 9 is gonna be so bad, man. It is gonna be so bad. With a bad Corrin, that might be just GG's, honestly. With a bad Corrin, it might just be a wrap. she's slower than Jacob. Yeah, no, she is pathetically slow. She is really bad. We will swap to Cora and then use Armor Slayer.
This will be enjoyable.
That went well.
We can go put her right here, maybe, on this tile. And then just go separate Jacob onto this. There we go. Oh, man. Give me an experience with how few units you have at that point. Oh, good God, you know, you're right. Who do I have at that point? I have... not really anyone, honestly. And none of them are frontliners. Isn't that just great? Like, none of them are frontliners. Yeah, no, Chapter 12 is gonna suck. I have, Corin, Azura, Jacob, Gunter, Mozu, and Sakura. That's it. That's it. Do you think it will go Pegasus Sakura? Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. Falcon Knight Sakura is gonna be fantastic. Using Gunter, Sakura, and Mozu. Yeah, I guess there's hordes of freaking mages and ninjas, and they're not ninjas. And like the club guy. Oh god, yeah, the ninja chapter is also gonna suck. The game showers in heal state. That is true. The game gives you plenty of heal staves. It doesn't give you a lot of money, but it does give you a lot of heal staves. There are some things it does give you, and heal staves is one of those. Belt is right about that. Belt is indeed right about that. Yeah, no, even if I had a good core, and it's still gonna be pretty rough. So I saw a little bit of Moss's run when he was streaming it on Discord, and his Corrin was at least pretty solid. Enough so that he could just kind of solo, maps with Corrin, which I thought was a little broken because he made her a mage or a diviner, I don't remember. He made his Corrin a mage, and she just like soloed the map. She soloed like chapter 10. Wyvern Gunter will carry? I kind of have to. So, Chillstone, look at my Corrin stats. 10 strength, 9 magic, 12 skill, 12 speed, 13 luck, 9 defense, 5 res, at level 10. This Corrin frickin' sucks. I don't know if I've seen a Corrin this bad before. If I have, it's been ages. Because this Corrin is horrible. This Corrin is awful. What I'm gonna do is maybe just dance into Dark Knight. Yeah, no, in your case, yeah, that would work. In my case, I might be screwed. Generationally horrible Corrin. That sucks. Gunter Parap will fix her, though. As long as she's paired up, I guess, yeah. But, like, consider that Corrin is going to be my main. I only have, for the boat map, I only have her, Azura, Gunter, Moser, and Sakura. That's it. Paula Pilled Run? Yeah, but she is leveling really unluckily. Ironically, the one stat she does seem to be getting a lot of is luck. Resort to Dragon Sword training? Maybe I should, yeah, maybe. Because her strength is absolutely terrible. Will she be a peg? No, she's gonna actually be an Oni. She's gonna be an Oni. I guess with her magic, she's gonna need to be just like purely a magic Oni. Unless she just suddenly turns around her levels really quickly. Let's see. Yeah, no, this Corrin, man. This frickin' Corrin. Going will be the hardest map early on because you're guaranteed to lose someone. With your squad, Moss, yeah, you probably would be. Normally I can do that map without losing one, but Yeah, with this lineup of units, that's gonna be near impossible. Yeah, it's gonna be very rough. For Magic Corner, that's Dark Knight. I want to make her an Oni Chieftain because I missed the Hayatola, but unfortunately I do not have the Hayatola in this run.
Huh?
Of course.
Yeah, we're just stuck with what, like, 5 units? 6 units. Until, like, chapter 13. It's terrible. Oh, man. And like I said, for those who are curious, I can get child units. I can certainly get child units, and I might want to. Because I do intend to at least get a child unit or two, because my current options are just not that good. I might get Silas's daughter. I usually don't get Shigure, but I might in this run. Because, I mean, I don't know who else I could... Jacob as Shigure's father, I wonder how that would do. Because, Jacob and, Azura might make a pretty quick, child. You better get Gazak then. I literally can't. I literally can't. That's Leo's son. Leo's son's Gazak. And I don't have Leo. I can only get child units of units that I actually have in my draft, which Leo is not one of those. Yeah, no, I literally can't. And even if I did, let's say I did have Leo, right? Let's say I had Leo, I can't capture Gazak because I don't have any of the capture units. Belt cucked us all out of the capture units just so you can do the Gazak chapter. Just for that. Just for that. But I can't give up Yato, especially... Yeah, and Rev, you really want the Yato. Okay. Who would ever go to their way to perfectly construct a draft for the sole purpose of getting Gazak? Just belt things, man. Just belt things. Belt the sort of guy to start up a whole Rev draft just so he can get Gazak. No other reason. Like I said, I think this draft is possible, but it's gonna be tough. Gonna be tough. This may be I think this is gonna be easily more difficult than No Nori November, because No Nori November, you at least have like half the roster available to you. With this, I have like a sixth of the roster available to me. And, okay, maybe like a fifth, but they're like the worst fifth of the roster. Yeah, and they're not well designed. Look at like how much of a beating this woman takes. Jeez. Is Korn going with? Well, I'm gonna keep that as a surprise. But I think what I'm thinking though is, if we make it that far, we're probably gonna be able to win the run, because that's gonna be a fair bit later in the run. Okay. If I can make it to a coded chapter, I have faith in you. Yeah, but you also were playing on a lower difficulty. To be fair, you were playing on a lower difficulty. We do want to get Gunter some kills. That we do. That we do.
I'll protect you.
I don't think you're protecting anyone with that freaking like 8 defense.
War and I go way back.
I'm old. Well, you know, that's one thing I always thought was kind of weird, that Azura just gets like the best levels in the world. Yeah, you know, I'll take it if my Korn sucks, but like everyone else gets really good levels. Oh yeah, this is on Lunatic. I'm doing this on Lunatic. I don't think Chapter 12 is going to go over that well. I don't particularly think Chapter 12 is going to go over well, but we'll see.
Sorry to be a bother.
Made chapter 7 through my special technique. Animations off. Patent pending. Yeah. But yeah, I think he makes a good point. The chapter 12 is gonna be, it's gonna be a nightmare. At least with chapter 11, the map with all the ninjas, you at least have Bozu, and that's pretty nice. Bozu can at least cook. You just need a good archer there. Usually I use Takumi. Obviously I can't do that for this run, but hey, having Mozu is not a bad second. Bean resources based? Yeah, that's actually really based. I never seem to get the freaking hunting grounds. I don't know why, I just never do. Never, it just never spawns. The one time I've gotten to spawn in my game was in Rev 2. That's the only time ever I've been able to, in a hack of Rev, not vanilla Rev, never in vanilla Rev. That would never happen in vanilla Rev. Chudkumi. The 3 classes of North Princess, I can see the vision. Is there any way to make Selkie not suck? I think at least Caden you could make into an Oni chieftain or a blacksmith or something, but like, Selkie doesn't even have that. Like, I think we've tried pretty much any class with her, and she just sucks at everything. I don't know, man. She just isn't good at anything. Corin, can you please get some speed so you can actually double these archers? This is just pathetic. This is pathetic, Corin, please. I'm begging you, Corin, actually get some freaking levels for once. Instead of rolling skill and luck like a loser. Selkie is unsalvageable. The only salvaging you could do to Selkie is just make her a healer. I'm convinced at this point that's the only way. Gordon Kumi? Don't insult, bruh. Bruh.
We won't give up.
Rookie.
She can cook as a Nor noble. It's worked for me in the past. I guess with like what's it called? What is the skill? The frickin' I know what it is. The skill that debuffs. Draconic Hex. Yeah, Draconic Hex. With Draconic Hex, I guess anyone's good because Draconic Hex just serves as a debuff bot, really. But I don't know. If you rely on that in order to be good, then like that doesn't really make you good. It's just that the skill's good, you know. The skill is good, but that doesn't mean the class is. Or rather, the class is good because of that, but that doesn't mean the unit's good. Sorry, I got that twisted up. Doesn't need a forge steel bow to LARP as a good unit. Bro, what? I will not take any more of this talk to me slander. Let's see.
Allow me to join you.
What's kind of weird is sometimes Gunter will get extra EXP out of that, but like, not always. I understand that when you're fully paired up, I don't understand how it works. Sometimes you'll see the guy that you're paired up with. I know dual strikes will give EXP, but I mean, even sometimes when they're paired up, I know a lot of weird mechanics of Fates. I still don't understand that though. I know a lot of weird quirks in Fates. I still don't understand that bit though. Bruh. I can't believe this talk me slander here. The one nice thing about, I tried doing this with Felicia, and she has a much worse time at this, but at least with, Jacob should actually do this pretty well. Oh yeah, this is way better. Felicia would just nearly die to this and do like no damage or retaliation.
Need a hand?
It also helps the fact that he actually has a strength stat. My Felicia's never level strength. Like, they never do. I know that Felicia's not exactly, I a particularly muscle-bound lady, but like, I swear, even by Felicia standards, my Felicia just end up being really strength cursed. Like, they level like 1 strength the entire game.
I'm here to help.
Time to take out
Oh, nice. Good job.
Excuse me.
So glad I did a new file for my level 9 Corn with 12 magic. 15 effective defense with Peak Stone. Yeah, watch my Corn just not get anything useful on her level up. But this is so bad. Look at this like, bro, this should be illegal. This should be illegal. This should be illegal right here. This... I just need to rely on the Dragonstone, man. That is the only way I'm doing damage. Yeah, no, Chapter 9, we're just spamming the Dragonstone. That's the only way I'm doing damage. This is what you made the best made strategist. Oh yeah, this is what you make Felicia strategist. For sure.
We need each other.
But see, that's the problem, that I'd actually say female Corn is inferior in Rev at the very least, because you don't get strategist Felicia when you need her. And so if your Corn is not leveling well, you don't really have that great of options. I know that the general consensus is for Conquest that female Corn is like the optimal one. I don't think that'd be the case for Rev. I don't think that'd be the case for Rev, because what you really want is strategist Felicia for Chapter 9. Now, yeah, she's not necessary, but she makes it a lot easier.
We won't lose. Sorry.
Whole take is that Jacob's inferior to Felicia in every round. Really? I mean, I don't know. I'm not an experience with Conquest to really say, but really. Tried a new Fates run the other day and rolled an 8-sided die to decide their boon and bane. I got a res boon and a magic bane. That kind of sucks. That kind of sucks. I guess you could make him like a ninja or something. I don't know. Make him a ninja or something, I guess. Okay. If I had the seal, if I had a heart seal, I would give Gunter more XP right now, but I don't. One thing I don't understand about early game Rev, and I know I say this a lot, is why the frick are there so many ninjas? Like, why are there so many ninjas in early game Rev when you have no range options? It just doesn't make any sense to me. It's like, the player cannot retaliate, so I don't understand why there's so many of them. Rolled for their class and got Dragon. At least the level ups have been decent, but still. I mean, it could be worse, because Dragon means Wyvern, and Wyvern's certainly not bad. There's not that many good Wyverns in Fates, I find. So, you know, that's not bad. I don't even get a Wyvern in this run. Unless I go and, well, if I'm going to get Silas's daughter, I suppose I could get Nickel. Strength and speed. Well, I mean, that is something I do need. I do need strength and speed. At least you can double the non-ninjas, but of course now, conveniently, we're fighting ninjas. So, you know, that's just great. Yeah, I could see that, but in the early part of the game, you probably need, Gentle more. Since a lot of the early units you get are female. Oh, right, I don't. Yeah, no. Thanks, Belt. Fucked me out of my phone, I guess. Strength and speed. If only she can get a lot more of that. Like, every level. She needs it on, like, every level. Okay, let's just kill this guy. I don't care. He's a ninja. He's stupid. He's dumb and a ninja, so we kill him.
I believe you. I can help.
Oh, you mean in Conquest. Okay, well.
Much obliged.
That might be the case. I'm not too sure. He's only low level behind, but he's getting a lot more EXP. Oh. Go figure, I suppose. Alright, we got this archer here. I think she at least has the speed to double the archers. That's nice. Is Effie early? That is true. That is actually true, yeah. Hooray, she kind of doubles, but she still doesn't actually have a strength. Okay, Monkey, I don't know if you're still here, but my Corn could use a blessing. I have no idea if she's still here, but this is when we need Monkey's blessing. Compared to Silas, Arthur, Odin, Niles, and Hightucker. You know what? Fair point. Fair point.
How troubling. All right.
No, let's not do that. Why am I certain this man kidnaps Hayataka, Rallyman, and Gazok?
I can help too.
Because he probably does. He almost certainly does. Will Monkey please give this poor Corn a blessing? Yeah, this Corn really needs it. Although I think she might be gone by now.
I'm here to help.
Because I haven't seen her post anything in like the last hour. Any small amount will do. True. Any bit will help. Any bit will help. The other man is so late, I hardly care about him. Yeah, I mean, when do you get Rallyman anyway? Female Corn, she's competitive. Oh yeah, that's true. She only blesses male units. She only blesses male units. She doesn't bless you. Monkey probably has freaking rivalry as her no, she has unmask. She has unmask as her skill. She has extra crit against female characters.
I believe in you. This is my chance.
Many thanks. Well,
Speed and luck. Oh, this guy's fast. I can't deny that. Although I think Felicia's also pretty fast, so. Unmasked is her character. Yeah. Charlotte. You get Rallyman at the Great Wall of Hoshido, but since I don't resource chain, I'd never be able to persuade him during a normal playthrough. Unless I waited actual real life time, which is lame. True, it is lame. Oh yeah, that would take forever. I do kind of wish you could recruit the prisoners a lot faster, because it takes forever. Oh, you just need like 20 cabbages to go and recruit this guy that you won't have, because you're not going to do that without online. But yeah, he costs 20 cabbages to recruit, because who knows, he just wants 20 cabbages. And that is what you do peg Azura for early Rally Boy Percy. Well, I mean, I literally cannot get Rally Boy Percy, considering that I can't get Percy. I cannot get Percy. Confuse endgame. Yeah, that's... I do think that's an issue that Fates has, is that the prison thing takes way too long to get through. Try and use your words and pray they get persuaded. I don't think there's a... Is it really like an RNG% chance, just a really low one? Because I don't... Like, that's not really good either. It's like they could just... I don't know. I feel like there's a way they could do it better or something. That wouldn't take that long. Because it depends on online features for so much of the content. Yeah, it is. It is pretty rough. You are yet to know the glory of Pegazura. Well, I mean, Pegazura is literally just a reclass option for her. It is literally a Heartsteel reclass. Like, anyone could do it, just why would you waste your dancer to be a mid Pegasus? Thor losing faith in the run? Who's dying? Yeah, wow. I mean, I know my run's kind of cursed, but it's not that bad yet. Okay, I thought maybe it might be from what he said. It might be a, like an RNG% chance or something. It takes one turn. I will give it this. I will give it this. This is true. But you also, counterpoint, you don't actually get to use those units that you capture. Well, except in really, really rare instances. The glory of cooking yourself out of a dancer in a Heartsteel. Yeah, I know, right? It's so great. Compared to the all-apostle Peg Selena, she is a goddess. I don't think... Well, I mean... Yeah, I guess with the lineup I have, yeah. But... No, that's wrong. I have Sakura, who is actually really good as a Pegasus, and can use her healer utility and rank from before promotion. So no. And she's the Bolt No Yanata flyer. So yeah, no. Sakura is easily the best Peg I have. Easily. No questions asked. No questions whatsoever. Like, she absolutely trounces the competition. It's not even funny. I don't think there's any Falcon Knight in Fates better than Bolt No Yanata Sakura. I mean, I guess if you're looking for like a physical Falcon Knight, I'm not really sure where you'd look. Maybe like, I don't know, reclass Kagero. Reclass Kagero into Falcon Knight. For some reason, I feel like that wouldn't work very well, but... I mean, she'd do damage, but that's about it.
They rely on you. You must go.
That's true. Ares is kind of right, yeah. Counterpoint, you get to use all the cool weapons they carry, and even steal the rare skill scroll you can find. Yeah, I mean, I do like the fact that you can take their stuff, don't get me wrong. I do like that. I do like that.
We got this.
Huh.
You know, Corn, I'm pretty sure your wings aren't supposed to have a bunch of holes in them. You might want to get that checked out at the doctor. My Corn and Jacob are about the same level. That's kind of impressive. Usually my Felicia's always several levels lower than Corn, but not in this case, I guess.
It's over.
Okay. I think the next step we'll do is probably going to be the Mozu map, because remember, we can actually get Mozu this run. In fact, we probably want to get Mozu because that's going to be big. Do we know the Killing Edge? Okay, there's a chest we have not grabbed. There is a chest we have not gotten. Right? Does someone have the Killing Edge? Oh, you have the... Okay, I was like, did I leave it somewhere? I don't see it, man. So what are you planning on reclassing gun to? Same thing I always do. Wyvern for rally defense, because rally defense is really helpful. He also gets shelter, which is really nice. But yeah, level 6 you will get rally defense, and that's really, really good. That is really useful. Don't let anyone tell you that rally defense is not good. Now, yeah, as a unit, yeah, he's not very good, but just rally defense alone is really good. You'd be surprised how good rally defense is. Because it costs like nothing. Like, here's the thing. Since Gunter is just a crap combat unit, the only thing you're going to want to do with him is just spam rally defense. And that's plus 4 defense, just like everything. And there's no cost to it. Once you have it, you have it. There's like no cost. It's great.
You'll be alright. Need a hand?
So good, you can build Percy all around it. Except, again, Kamaru, I don't have Percy. I don't have Percy. How many times did I tell you that? Or he's just rubbing it in. Knowing Kamaru, he probably just rubs it in. It doesn't. But Kamaru, you didn't have Percy either because I cut you out of him. So, haha.
You are excused.
The bowman without a flyer is cancer. Yeah, even with the flyer, I think it's gonna be cancer for me because, yeah, no, I don't really have any frontliners with that map, and that's really bad.
Won't give up. Need a hand?
Honestly, I might consider just reclassing Jacob into a paladin. 3 damage crit, oh boy, yeah, 3 damage crit. Let's go. We could do that. We could certainly do that. Yeah, we could. You know what? If she dies to a crit here, I think she deserves it. With how crap she's fought so far, with how crap she's leveled. Okay, there we go. I'll do Percy propaganda either way. Yeah, I kind of figured. I kind of figured you would.
I'm here to help.
And once again, not getting strength. Thanks. Why is this Corin just like... Okay, now this is not Paula, because she's not getting strength. That's like the one thing that Paula would get, for sure. She is getting speed, which is nice, but she's gonna need more where that came from. Alright, let's go seize. Does not let me reply to you taking Arthur from me. Why not? Why not? I mean, it could be a worse level, but, like, it could certainly be better. Like I said, what concerns me for this run is Anonkos. Because Anonkos, with the way this coin's working, I might not get... Like, I might not be able to use the Omega Yato and really do damage. That hairstyle, could she be Sophia? I mean, she's supposed to be Paula, but yeah, maybe it's Sophia LARPing as Paula. Could be.
Pleased to be of service.
Could be, now that you mention it. Yeah, honestly, could be. But it is not... Oh. Well, just probably because you... It's probably has slurs in it or something. I don't know, man. This is the S cosplaying as our better... Well, wouldn't S get better level ups, though? Like, that's my counterpoint. Wouldn't S get better levels?
What's that?
Raider Katana. Oh boy, actually that could ironically help Paula because of how slow she is. That could actually help. Okay. Reduce level speed until level 6, but now she's constantly getting a balance. Is constantly getting a balance being restored. I wish this Corin could get like actual strength, like 5 levels in a row. Oh. Okay, well, I'm not sure why YouTube's censoring that, because I don't think it usually does. Let's go take a support. Oh, B support. Let's see what this is. One's got a unit with like +6 speed, 10 defense, and 8 res over the average. It's just 2 strength under it. That's what this coin is gonna be. But she's gonna be like 20 strength under, not 2. I bet if having 6-sided magic and strength stat for all units, Shanna would have like 12 base magic and 60% base. I don't know. I don't think Shanna's gonna be doing much damage regardless. Shanna cosplaying as Pella. See, I would believe that. That I would believe. I mean, I could see that. I could definitely see that. I could see that, but who do I want to support with? Well, I guess I could support up Jacob, but or Azura. We only have a C support with Azura, I think. Ah, 60% offensive growth for Shanna. That's too generous. 6% sounds more accurate, but 60 is just too much. Okay. So, we want to go buy us a bow. And so we shall. Yeah. Okay. So oh, okay, I see a bit of an issue. So yeah, we can go and buy ourselves a bronze bow, but we got an issue. So, okay, I want to train up both Gunt and Mose. Well, here's the problem. I can't get 2 heart seals right now. I can't. So, I either need to... Okay. If I don't train Mozu here... Okay. If I do the Mozu Paralog map after Chapter 8, I don't have any place to train her after her Paralog. On the flip side, though... And yeah, no, it's... Maybe I could just train Mozu in her Paralog. And that's it, maybe. I could just do that. Yeah, I suppose I could just do that. So maybe I could do Chapter 8 as my next map, and then Mozu Paralog at the end. I bet if... Okay, I read that. Hey, Rizu. No magic lenses in this FE6, and Pegs can't use magic swords, so her high magic base and growth would be completely useless. That does... You know what? Maybe you were right. 60% magic growth probably would be what Shanna would have. Why? Come to the same conclusion. I want to reclass Felicia, Gunt, and Mose with the lack of seals. Yeah, I mean, at least I don't need to reclass Felicia as well, since I don't really need to reclass. I don't need to reclass. What's his face? Jacob. But I want 2 guys to reclass, and I don't have the seals to do that. So what I think I will do is I think I will do Chapter 8 next, and then I'm just going to train Mozu up in her Paralog, and whatever levels we can get there is just whatever levels we have on her for Chapter for Fuga's Wild Ride. So yeah, she'll probably like level 7 or something, I would imagine, which isn't amazing, but it's better than her doing the map with like no levels on her, you know? Better than that. So what we're gonna do is yeah, we're just gonna go get ourselves a heart seal for this map. This is gonna be the Gunter training map, which is not much training, but it's something.
Good to see you.
Oh, look, he's gonna buy some for himself. Isn't that just nice? Phil, you know what's gonna be more painful than that? The boat map. I only have for the boat, the map with Camilla on it. I only will have Horin, Azura, Jacob, Mozu, and Sakura. That's it. Horin, Azura. Sorry, Horin, Azura, Jacob, Gunter, Bozu, and Sakura. That's it. That's it. I just have 6 units for that, and None are really frontliners. None of those are really frontliners. Yeah, it's gonna be tough. It is gonna be tough. I'm not saying it's impossible, because it's not impossible, but it's gonna be rough. It's gonna be a rough challenge. I think a lot of the difficulties will be front-loaded. A lot of the difficulty will be front-loaded. I think once we actually get our units, it'll be easier. I'm not saying it'll be easy. It's not gonna be easy. I don't think this run's ever gonna be easy. Especially with the way our coin's leveling. Oh, hi. Yeah, that is true. We do get to use units that we have that join us that map. So we will have some help, but the problem is the boat map, you don't get anyone to join you. So you are stuck with what you have. And that is a map that would actually be really good to have someone join you in. Like, honestly, I would rather Reyna join you in that map than in chapter 11. I don't really need Reyna's help that much in that map. What I do need help with is chapter 12. And also she's a flyer, so that'd be really useful. So yeah, no, that map is gonna suck. The bow map, I'm not sure if I can do that deathless. If I had a really, really strong corn, maybe, but with what I have right now, this corn is not cooking, man. And mind you, she won't even have access to magic at this point. Let me see your corn. We're at the same point in the game, so I want to see the difference. Okay. Okay, Reese, you want to see my corn? My corn sucks. Level 12, 11 strength, 10 magic, 10 skill, 11... Okay, I guess that speed is inaccurate. That's not what I meant to do. 14 speed, 14 luck, 9 defense, 5 res. Oh, it says draft is so late. Well, the big question is, why in the world did Moss think that Caden was worth drafting? Like, Caden, I remember him picking up Caden actually kind of early. I know it looks like I know it looks like it's like one of his last picks, but like, I recall he had quite a few choices that were way better, and he chose for some reason Caden. Mind you, I think Flora and like Fuga were still unpicked. Flora, Fuga, Shura, like those sorts of units were not picked until really like the end. And for some reason he chose like Caden. And I'm like, why did you choose Caden? What? Why? Why exactly is Caden taken before those? That is true. He didn't know the meta, but still, I'm not sure why you would choose Caden. Caden's never good. Like, I don't think you could ever make Caden good. Except a very, really niche build. Horn is level 13 with, let's see, let's do a comparison. 25 HP, okay, so exact same HP. 15 strength, 4 more strength, jeez. 14 magic, 4 more magic. So much for that magic boon really helping, you know? 12 skill, okay, I have 1 more skill than you. 13 speed. Yeah, I guess without the Yato, you have speed tie. 13 luck with an icon. Okay, so I have 1 more luck. 13... 4 wow, that is terrible. A 7 res. Okay, whatever. I am just like subtracting 0 point. The only stats I have above you are just barely, and that is in skill and luck. Those are not stats you want to be ahead in. And behind in like the 3 most important stats by 4. By 4 in strength, magic, and speed. That is atrocious. That is horrible. Oh, and defense too, don't worry. Strength, magic, speed. And no, sorry, not speed. Strength, magic, and defense. Sorry, not speed. We're actually tied in speed. Even without knowing the meta, these draft picks in order look questionable. Like, you don't need to play more than once to know. People like Camilla Rioma and Xander are really good. Yeah, that was the weird thing. He had the first pick in the draft. We did not have a pick before him. And he chose Mozu. And that's kind of odd. Corey Wood Gaming, oh god. Hey, you guys remember Ellie Wood from FE7? Well, he's back. This time he's a woman, and it's not Airy. Sorry, Chimera, it's not Airy Wood. It's not Airy Wood this time. I'm afraid not. But yeah, no, this corn is so bad, man. Again, it's because she seemed to, for some stupid reason, decide that, oh, skill and luck, those are the stats I need 1,000,000 of. Forget strength or defense or anything like that. I don't need those. Those are dumb stats. Who levels those? Who levels those stats? These are losers. Let's see. I'm gonna give you an axe. I sort of get the first two, but beyond that it went down. Yeah, it did go downhill. Yeah, Sakura is actually a pretty good pick. Sakura is a pretty good pick. Pretty solid. But she would not be my first roll pick. She would not be my first roll pick. How's the FE6 draft pick? I haven't seen it. At least I don't think I have. I mean, you do have Lulina, so that's hey, that's something. You have Lulina. Like, Lulina is really good. 19 strength and 18 magic before pair up bonuses. 21 defense and 14 res due to my corn. Vector and Dragonstone. Yeah, no, you got me completely beat. Like, it's not even funny. It's not even funny how much better your corn is. It's not even funny how much better your corn is. It's really not. So yeah, we're gonna do this map. Okay. This map, the beginning of this map can actually be pretty scary. You don't have the right stuff for it, it can just kill you. See, 20 minus 10. Total maid wife victory. Are you actually marrying her, or I'm assuming you are? We can either do 19 damage against. Oh god, we do nothing to them. We don't do jack to these guys. Okay, well, in that case, what we're gonna do is we're gonna go move you over here. We are going to put Jacob here. Unfortunately, he's not gonna give a boost to Gunt, so that's not really that good. Get Director Mosley because of faith and spiritude. That's not even a word. An aptitude and not understanding much of the meta, but you and I consider at least personal values, personal bases in joint order. Yeah. It's just, yeah. I mean, Mozu is, I do think she's underrated in Rev, but, yeah, she's not that good. You're not doing the Mozu parallel. I've decided that I want to give Rally Defense first. I mean, I guess it doesn't really matter, because I'm mostly going to give her EXP in her paralog anyway. You gotta remember, since I'll be having so few units for so long, she's gonna catch up pretty quickly, because, I mean, I'm just gonna have so few units that'll join. I don't get anyone new after Mozu, well, and Sakura, until Chapter 13. I don't get anyone until Chapter 13. And that's Selena that joins in. So, Selena and Caden, sorry. But does Caden really count? Caden doesn't deserve rights. Caden doesn't get any rights. He's just that bad. Caden is just atrocious, man. Like, Caden's awful. Alan, Bors, Lena. Okay, I'm already liking this. Alan, Bors, Lena, Percival, Gonzi, Dorothy. Okay, yeah, those are all fantastic picks. They're not even like mid picks, just like fantastic. Wade is last pick. Yeah, if it's, you know, as last pick, what do you mean? But then you have Garrett and Zeiss, Yoder. Wait, what do you mean that last pick? Oh, you mean like Wade was the last one out of all those, but you put it in the middle? That's kind of weird. That kind of confused me. If you put him at the very end, I would understand. Garrett, yeah, I don't know. I'm kind of mixed on Garrett. Zeiss is really good. Yoder, Saul, Echidna. Echidna's kind of mid, but yeah, besides Garrett and Echidna, I think these are all very strong picks. I would overall say those are really good. Picked Wade last. Yeah, no, like Wade, I don't blame you, because like last picks you usually can't get anything good, but I enlist them in order. Okay, fair enough. Picking Caden is not self-care. No, it is not. Needs Sephiroth to not get... Yeah, she does. She's really frail in that class, unfortunately. Let's see. Against Scarlet? Really? Huh. I mean, I guess that can certainly happen if you're not being careful. It's just... I wouldn't expect to lose someone against Scarlet. That sounds like a skill issue, sorry, man. Yeah. I don't know what else to really say, because... Yeah. I mean, I guess we all make mistakes, you know, like that every now and then, but... Jeez, man. Gunt does kind of need Demoiselle. Gunt kind of needs Demoiselle, man. He kind of does. Well, that's something, I suppose. They don't really expect much out of Gunt. Oh, joy. Okay. We gotta cook. We gotta cook. We gotta cook. We're gonna have some issues here. we're gonna need some help. For starters. Yeah, this is not a good spot to be in. So, we can go kill this guy. And then dance him... Right. Actually, or we can just go kill him like this. Actually... you know what? I may have a better idea. Okay. That's... I can't really afford to risk it. I can't really afford to risk with how few units I have. Okay, that's not really good either. Then again, I kind of need to pull back. I do kind of need to pull back. Well, I don't know. I don't know who you'd pick. That's the thing. I don't know who you'd pick, so I can't really answer that. If I don't know who you're gonna pick, I can't really answer. I'm gonna have to risk this. Probably my best bet. Okay, here we go. I know it's not much of a risk, but you know Fate's RNG is really wonky at times. Outlaws will destroy villages, but those houses have no animations. Yeah, I do remember something really bizarre like that happening. It was kind of weird. It's really weird. Look, with the dragons, when she takes this much damage, that's just sad. That's just sad, man. That's just sad. I don't know what else to say. That's just sad. That is just sad. Okay, we're gonna make ourselves some room here. I don't want to do that. I agree with the wacky orange. It is really weird, man. I don't know what they were smoking when they came up with this. So what I'm gonna do is hope that Jacob doesn't decide to do something funny like crit. Because we don't want that. We don't want him to crit. Critting would be it'd be bad. Actually, it doesn't really. Yeah, no, it's fine. As long as he didn't double crit, we're fine. Yeah, man. This corn does not take hits too well. Nicely done. Okay. We got our work cut out for us. I think we could do maybe like a chip. And then kill with, what's his face? Gunt? We can go kill with the Gunt? Okay. A 0 level. We're gonna want a lot more of those. Not that that's gonna be particularly difficult to get, considering, you know, she kind of makes her own EXP. Yeah, we're gonna kill you.
This should be simple.
My king dismissed to 93%, he's my favorite. Rare Gunter kill moment. Well, I kind of have to kill with Gunt, because I want to get Rally Defense, which is really good. A really good skill. I don't believe I'll be getting it on... Yeah, no, I won't get it on level 5, because I believe he gets Lunge. But then after that, he will get... on level 6, he will get... whatchamacallit? The skill. The skill that I can't remember the name of. Because it's just that important. Rally Defense, sorry. Ooh, that's kind of rough, man. That's kind of rough. So, I'm gonna try to kill this guy.
It's over.
Becomes John Rally Defense, yeah. Becomes John Rally Defense. That's literally what he is. That is what he is, yeah. 23 minus 14. You should not be taking that much damage with the Dragonstone equipped. I'm sorry, man. You should not be. 14 defense with the Dragonstone equipped. That is pathetic. For a level 12 Corrin. That is pretty sad. I guess we can help out your accuracy, I suppose. Nothing else. At least make the Dragonstone hit where it counts.
You have my support.
My painting is going well. Okay. Just feeding Gunt all the soldiers and Sky Knights. We've never actually reclassed him in Rev before, so this is new. Yeah, you might as well. That's kind of the point. Because Corrin's not going to get much EXP. And your other guys are probably not going to get much EXP either. As long as you know, give them the chance to get EXP. My king missed another 93%. I'm telling you, Fate's RNG Exhibit A. Fate's RNG Exhibit A. It happens way more than it should. We were just talking about it, man. We were just talking about it. It's what happens. I don't know why it happens so much, but it does. I really don't know why. It just does. It just freaking does. Because like I said, in another game, it would not do that. In another game, in a different game, you would not be missing 90% all that time. Turn Corrin into Elliewood for the next Ironman attempt. I would, but I don't really know how to, Yeah, we're not going to go and initiate the attack. We're not going to initiate the attack. We're not going to initiate that. Just 'cause I don't trust him to hit. Especially after your Gunt keeps missing. I don't trust that, so I'm not going to do that. So it's gonna be this ninja that just shows up. Where? That Bartra and Garrett don't have any supports in this lineup. At least I think. I don't know. I'm not too familiar with what their supports are, so. I mean, I know Bartra gets fear, but I don't think he gets fear. Let's take a look. Yeah, because I know that the ninja, they'll just run out of nowhere and be like, oh, I'm a ninja. I like being annoying. It's early game Rev, and I like to just be annoying. I think Bell wants Corrin to turn into Wario instead. Oh no, that means he's a Slim Alt. He was a Slim Alt all along, guys.
Here I am. We're not done yet.
Why does a cast get one shot? Why does the casket do anything besides hold a dead person? I thought caskets were supposed to hold dead people. You know what? You're gonna hit this, I think. He doesn't have advantage, so.
Rookie. How does
Luck. Lunch, okay. Ninja actually opened the chest and is going to deliver the killer lance to Gunt. Rev is so awesome. People will deny this, but Rev is quite awesome, actually. People overhate this game. Didn't know Slim had a base side. Wow, I got no EXP out of that. That's just great, isn't it? Alright, now just don't miss, Gunt. Just don't miss. Just don't miss, buddy. Just don't miss. Don't miss a 97%. There we go. I still don't... That doesn't explain why the casket is shooting things. That's not answering my question of why a casket's doing anything without just sitting there holding dead people in them. So Sundere for Wario, I'm open towards my appreciation of him. I'm back in the most base part of the game? This time in PS2 form! Being in Suddenbori is always a good thing. It's always a good thing. There's never a reason to not want to be in Suddenbori. Even if the game tells you to go to Suddenbori, even if the game tells you to not go to Suddenbori, you still should go there. There's an altar for the undead. I thought it was just like a little... I thought it was just like a little box for the undead. Not an altar.
this will be enjoyable?
Yeah, he really did sound like Lorenz there. I know he's the same voice actor, but he really did sound like Lorenz there. Did I mention that Gaiden Peak almost exclusively takes place in Suddenbori? I think Bill just likes anything with Gaiden in it. He likes anything that has the name Gaiden in it.
Here I am.
If it takes place in Suddenbori, though, yeah, that does sound actually pretty peak. Okay. Oh, come on. Stop healing. Woman, I didn't ask. Didn't ask, woman. Didn't ask.
You have my support.
Oh, nice. You got a proc or a crit. I don't really know or care. I don't really know or care which one. I'm glad not doing with him. To put Gaiden... Something about putting Gaiden in the title just really does it for you, doesn't it? What? That sounded like that sounded like a dude. Why did she sound like that when she got hit? Oh! That did not sound like a woman. That did not sound like a woman at all.
This will be enjoyable.
New game, new deaths. No deaths. No deaths so far. Okay. Let's go. Dragonstone. This corn sucks, though. We probably will see some deaths. This corn continues to suck. Trans healer. I love rolling on the Dragonstone. It's so reliable, man. So reliable. But hey, I can go farm some EXP up, I suppose. Not much. Just yeah, it's Rev. It's Rev. It is a Rev Ironman. Why do you not? The fact that you don't double kills me on the inside. And you're... Oh my god. You are 3 speed below being able to double as random archer. That is awful. That is so bad, man. That is so bad. Yeah, no, this corn is gonna be stuck using the... Actually, like Rev? Based? We got another one, boys. We got someone like us. Someone who actually enjoys Rev, unironically. Kill Lance. Oh, that's you mean the Gunt's Lance? Yeah. Gunt's personal lance? Yeah. Okay. My king missed another hit, but it was a 92% change this time, so it makes more sense. Okay, so what all child units are available? So of course, Shigure, Dwyer. I've never really used Dwyer. We can use the frickin' cow milker, which I don't really like. I don't like her, and her payload could easily game over my run, so it's probably not worth it. We could get Sophie. I probably will get. We could get Silky, which is just worse Caden. And we can get Ophelia, who I'm definitely gonna get. So yeah, I don't really have that many options for... I don't have a ton of options for, I don't have a ton of options for child units, honestly. Do with Rev. The story isn't the best, but I can skip bad story. I can't skip it. That is very true. Yeah, you can't skip bad gameplay. Bad gameplay is not skippable. You cannot ignore bad gameplay. But Rev doesn't have bad gameplay, so... If there's no bad gameplay to skip, then there's no problem. Okay, I won't say every map in Rev is good. Like, I still do think the firewall map sucks. The chapter 16 is pretty jank. But I mean, every final game has like 1 or 2 bad maps, honestly. Is that even enough units to fill the final deployment slots fully? Good question. Is it? Let's see. Final map has... I don't know. I think it'd be enough to fill it up, assuming no deaths. But yeah, I'm definitely gonna get some of the child units because some of my main units just suck. Like I'm not gonna keep Caden. I'm gonna place him in favor of like Sophie and Ophelia or something. I don't know. Also, are we getting Shiro? I can't get Shiro. I can only get the child units that are in my draft picks, and Ryoma is not one of my draft picks, so I can't get him. Not that I would probably want to get Shiro anyway, because his parallel sucks. But, how do you make a child unit worse than the parent? You say that jokingly, but Fates actually does that quite a bit. I mean, like, look at Kana. Kana is awful. In fact, it's more common, I would say, if anything, for a lot of child units to suck more than their parents. I think it's, if anything, it's more of the, odd liar out when you actually get a unit that's, the child's actually better. I don't know why Rev does that, or not Rev. It's just a Fates thing, really. I don't know why Fates did that. I think Fates realized the child units in Awakening were way too broken, so they went too far in the other direction, and that wasn't really the solution either. That wasn't really the solution either, but I guess they were just too afraid of doing the same thing again. I don't know. And again, I'm not saying like every child unit's bad, because it's not true, but I think make a child unit worse than the parent, you play Fire Emblem Fates. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. But, so like I said, my child units that are accessible to me are, you know, Shigure, Dwyer, Soleil, and Sophie, Selkie, and Ophelia. And like I said, Selkie's just not worth it. I don't think I've ever seen any way to salvage her. I generally don't think there is a way to salvage Selkie. Salvage Selkie. I don't think there is a way to do it. Like I said, I think there's maybe one or two ways to salvage Caden. I don't think there's a way to salvage Selkie. There's like nothing going for Selkie. I don't understand. I really don't know what you're supposed to do with her. Yeah, I mean, I don't disagree with you on that, Rizu. I really don't. Because, yeah, a lot of them are pretty jank. There's no arguing with that. Not really defense. I am working on that. I am certainly working on that. Hopefully I can get that pretty soon. Within half a level, I should get it, I think. Bro, sounds like a bird or something. It's like a hawk. There's a good way to salvage Selkie by throwing her out as bait for the enemy. I don't know. That's what I would do, is just say, like, have her suicide or something. I don't know.
You may rely on me.
Am I doing Chimera's Draft? But Chimera's Draft, I don't remember what it is. It's not that hard, though. I mean, yeah, it'd be harder than my initial run, but if I can do this... Let's see, what is Chimera's run? Give me a sec. Let me look at this. What is Chimera's picks? Let me refresh myself on what those are. Keaton, that's already a fantastic unit. Okay, I'm gonna read out, oh, I didn't realize that. Yeah, no. Actually, Moss has one unit less than everyone else does. So in addition to having such a bad roster, he also has one unit less than everyone else. So Chimera has Keaton, Xander, Ryoma, Elise, Baruka, Oboro, Saizo, Reina, Setsuna, and Perry. Overall, while there are a few stinkers in that group, that is a lot more solid to work with. That is a lot more solid to work with. I mean, just most of that list is very solid. And he also has 3 Royals, which is insane, and they're all really good. He also has... Caden's fantastic. Not Caden. Keaton, sorry. Caden sucks. Keaton's amazing. Yeah, no, and his units are just better. They're just better, distributed. They're better distributed. I mean, he doesn't have a lot of guys in the early game, but he does get Saizo and Oboro, who are actually pretty decent. They would certainly make the boat a lot easier than frickin' Sakura and Mozu would. That's for sure. Yeah, no, he also would have Reina for that map, which is a godsend on the boat map. Strong mid to late game. Yeah, but that's the thing. It's like, my units for this run, they never really get that good. They're better later on. How do you draft with this? How do you beat the game with this draft? He hasn't yet. Yeah, no, he hasn't. To point out that the original Yakuza 2 had an entirely original minigame made specifically for the game when you go to Club Sega, whereas in Kiyomi 2, Virtual Fighter 2 and yeah, see, I don't know what that is. No, he is not. And mind you, he's also playing it on hard, not on Lunatic. At least I think he's playing on hard. Maybe he's playing on normal, I don't know. But I'm doing this on Lunatic. And, with a cracked Corrin, this is definitely possible. With a not cracked Corrin, I don't know about that. With a kind of crap Corrin like the one I have, I don't know if this is possible. Yeah, like just looking at the suggestion of Kameru's, I mean, I could do that, but like I don't think it'd be that impressive for me to do that after beating this. If I beat this, I don't think there's much impressive about that. Like if people like the challenge of this, the Kameru one's gonna be a snooze fest. Because I mean, like, again, I have Xander and Ryuma. I have Xander and Ryuma in that run. I don't think I need to say any more. I have freaking Xander and Ryuma both. If I can beat the game with, like, no royals, I can certainly beat it with... Well, not no royals, but I don't know if I'd really count Hinoka, because it requires a lot of work to get online, and you get it pretty late. Been losing a lot. I know I'm bad, but I like to think if I was in normal, I would have won it. Yeah, I do think it's certainly possible. With that, you could have won, but... Let's see here. Let's see. I don't want to risk this because I do want the XP, but... Screw it. We're gonna do it. If he dies... Okay, he doesn't.
Still got it.
All things said, the Comet RNG's actually been pretty alright this run. Or Sakura, I forgot. No, Sakura is actually pretty good, but Hinoka is not really that good. That's the reason I was focusing on talking about Hinoka. Hinoka is not that good. I mean, she can be good, but she requires a bit more work than a lot of the other royals. She's not incredibly tanky. She's really fast. There's nothing else. She's got a lot of speed. You could just pull a Mangs and lose Ryoma and Xander on the same... Yeah, I could just do that, yeah. I could just do that. I could just do that, yeah. I could just do that, and that would be great. 2 memes for me review? Okay. Well, I'm not going to do me review just yet, but... You're rather being careless with the amount of limited units you have. You did say you need everything. Yeah, but I also really need EXP on Gunt. I really do need EXP on Gunt. The point that I may have to be a little sacrificial with this. Oh, I think most Mangs viewers that saw the Rev Ironman probably remember that, because it's just the sheer hubris of that was crazy. It was absolutely insane.
Let's go. I can help too.
Thanks for getting a surge. I think it was +4 bench and +4. I think you're stupid. Okay, you know what? That deserves a pin. That deserves a pin. That deserves a pin. Alright. Okay. Let's go over here. I would like Gun to get a kill, because like I said, he really needs EXP at the moment. And Xander on the same map takes skill. It does. And losing them on the same turn, no less. Losing them on the same turn, that's impressive. I can see them both dying in like 2 separate, you know, circumstances, but dying on the same turn, that's just bad play. That's just skill issue at that point. That's just skill issue. That's just 100% skill issue at that point. Meng's hairline is equivalent to the amount of that fire. Oh man, you might need to replace the pin. Dang, that's a roast. That is a roast. Oh man, that's a roast. He has as much hair and skill in Fire Emblem. I had to take a Mario Party break. This is your chance to surpass me. Congrats, Bill. You got the pin. As soon as you say that, Moss has already gotten the pin. World's shortest pin. I mean, I think it's deserved, though. I think Moss deserves it. Not to mention, I don't know how many times Moss has gotten a pin. I think he's earned it. I think he earned that pin. I think he did. Hey, man, around here, you earn your pins. If you say something like, if you make a standout comment, I don't care if you've been in this chat for like 5 minutes, or if you've been here for 5 months, or like 5 years, I don't know. I don't care. If you say something that deserves a pin, you're gonna get the pin. It's when it comes to that, it's all about meritocracy. I waited for Belt to lose the pin for that one. I was thinking he didn't. Pins work on meritocracy. It was earned. It was definitely earned. It was 100% earned.
You won't stop
You-
me.
That was gonna go to... Really, Corin? Like, that 1% was so special, you just had to get it, didn't you? Because, no, Gunt didn't need that. Nope, he didn't need it. It's not like he was, like, right about to get a level or something, no. Wormslayer. World's most useless weapon. Oh, man, Wormslayer is such a joke in Rev, man. Why does anyone... Why would you even give this to the player? I know that Oop is always like, it's meant to be sold, but it's like, why not just give the player a better item instead? Like, no one uses the Wormslayer in Rev. 100% 3 hopes is exhausting. Oh, yeah, it would be. Yeah, I don't think it's worth doing that. As a nose boon with that amount of EXP thievery. Yeah, he does. He does, doesn't he? Vulnerary. He'll find a way to lose trust. Yeah, I'm not sure how he's made it all the way to FE8. I don't know, man. I don't know how he's done it. But he will lose an FE8, though. Mark my words, he will lose an FE8. FE8 is his bane. Loves kill stealing almost as much as Mangs loves his blondes. Yeah, I mean, you're not wrong. 440 to 450. I've only beaten 2 or 3 routes there. I still need to do Scarlet Blaze one of these days. That wasn't meant to rhyme, but it did. It wasn't meant to rhyme, but it's just kind of what happened, you know? Why does my Jacob nearly have my core and strength? That's just sad, man. That's just sad. I think Gunt will get a chance to get a kill here. Or your narcolepsy. How awful is this run so far? He's already gotten a few deaths, which, I mean, can you really be surprised? I mean, he's only on chapter 6, and I think he's already had a few deaths. He hasn't even done chapter 6 yet, and he's already gotten a few deaths.
Be careful.
I don't remember who he's lost. I know he's lost a few characters. What's Paula's chosen class? It's actually Oni Chieftain, believe it or not. It's not even Flyer, it's Oni Chieftain. Or rather, Oni Savage, sorry. Strength and defense. Wow, you're getting better levels than Corrin. That's not good. When Gunt is getting better levels than Corrin, that's sad. Because he has like no growth, so. When you got a guy who's got like freaking FE12 Aaron tier growths, and he's getting better levels than your Lord, that's concerning. He's been leveling luck. Okay, if you say that's really that important, all right, whatever, man. Oh God. Usually I try to crit this guy. I don't think we're gonna be doing that this time around. I don't think that's gonna happen. I don't think that's happening, guys. We're gonna have to try something different. You still need to get another level, don't you? After this, I mean. He lost Colm, Arthur, Vanessa, and Kyle on the Gaiden. I don't even understand how you lose someone on the Gaiden. Like, you have to be playing like an absolute moron to lose someone on the Gaiden. Losing Colm sucks quite a bit. I think Colm is honestly a really good thief. How do you lose someone on the Gaiden? Because you're Mangs, that's how. The Gaiden's like the easiest map and the easiest game of the series. Yeah, I don't really understand. We all know who has the brain in this marriage.
This is my chance.
I mean, she's getting speed, but like, come on, Corin. Do you know what a strength stat is? I don't think you do. What is her strength growth with a magic boot? I kind of have to know, because I don't buy this. 11 strength at level 13, this is atrocious. I mean, she is getting magic at least. She is getting magic, but like, maybe I should have just made her a freaking mage or something. Or a diviner at this rate. I know it's about 50%. It doesn't... It feels like a 50%. Preemptive endgame to these horrible levels. Yeah, like, she could at least get, like, defense or something. The only stat she's really getting is speed. I guess she's getting HP, but, like, this really feels like Eliwood. Man, this really does feel like Eliwood. She has to pretty much rely on the Dragonstone. She has to rely on that Dragonstone. She's not doing jack otherwise. You know, I was gonna reclass her, before promotion so that she can go and level an Oni, and maybe that's not a bad idea, but, like, that might be a bad idea because she will lose Dragonstone access. Their boon and bane is 55%. It feels like a 5% growth. It is a 5% growth. You cannot convince me otherwise. She has leveled strength like once or twice this entire run. It is so bad. She better just start getting a bunch of strength levels like immediately. Okay, I need to heal her. Because this is egregious. This is terrible. You know, this Corrin is terrible. This is like this is either the worst Corrin I've ever had or like the second worst Corrin I've ever had. This is a terrible Corrin. Yeah, I don't like. It could help her growths. Oni Savage could help her growths, but the problem is that if she's not gonna get that many levels for a while, that's gonna hurt her a lot. That's gonna hurt her a lot. It's gonna hurt her very badly. Because she is... That is her crutch right now. And like I said, I kind of need my Corrin to be good with how bad my units are. And so with a bad Corrin, that is a terrible recipe. That is a recipe for disaster. Only boosted to 60%. Maybe that's what she needs. Maybe that's what she needs. It probably also boosts her defense considerably. Which, again, she also needs that. She needs defense and she needs strength. And for whatever reason, the game just does not seem to want it. I should have given that to Corrin, because Corrin really needs some levels right now. Well, at least someone's growing well. 55% defense to Noni. What is it right now? What is it right now? I do it to wonder.
My word.
Why don't you kill us? Because I'm too weak to do that.
Yeah.
Because I just don't get anything on level up. Yeah, he kind of does. 45%, so it's a 10% boost.
Oh.
Can we borrow... Yeah, can we borrow Jacob's level ups? Like, geez, I could use those. But hey, we at least get someone new. We at least get Sakura, so that's nice.
Huh?
At least least she's pretty RNG proof. Yukimura blow up. Oh no, it's Saizo who blows himself up. Hey, it sucks to not be able to have Kaze. It really does. Oh yeah, I forgot he has no ninjas. That sucks, man. Not having any ninjas is pretty bad. I know that Lazo can become a master ninja, but still. Just has better weapons. Well, when your Corrin doesn't level like an absolute retard, Oni should be better for Corrin, but when your Corrin levels like the way my Corrin's been leveling, then yeah, no, it's not gonna be too good.
What?
We got wheat, nice. Saizo had a bomb strapped to his chest? Yeah, he did. That's just Saizo being Saizo, you know? Yeah, I need that Dragonstone. Yeah, and, you know, in most runs I don't need the Dragonstone for that long, but this run is absolutely carrying me. And this run is absolutely carrying me. It is kind of sad. I think everyone recommends Stratus Felicius. Stratus Felicius is fantastic, but I don't have that in this run. It wasn't very effective. So, in other words, we're steel types. No, it's support of Sakura. I mean, it's one of the few units we have. Later on. Well, she's not gonna be that good later on. You gotta remember, I get her at chapter 16. So that's not too useful at that point. I mean, then again, I don't have that many units, so maybe I might as well use her, I don't know. From what I'm seeing, Oni is just strictly better growth-wise compared to Princess. I lose a little bit of skill, luck, and res and everything. Which I could use, because that's like the one... Those are like the stats she actually has way too much of. But yeah, Dragonstone, which I'm fully dependent on at this moment. Okay. We're not going to chapter 9 tonight. So, I apologize if you want to see me do that right now. Not happening. We're going to do Paralog 1 as our last map. So you've got a bronze bow, I believe. We do have a bronze bow, if I remember correctly. We get a men's staff, so that's nice. Yeah, bronze bow. We'll just give you that instead of that, okay. So yeah, we'll see how things go, but this Corrin is not leaving me much confidence. No, she is not. No, she is not. So yeah, what we're gonna do is mostly, like, 80% of the experience on this map is just gonna go to Mozu. Because, wait, do I have the heart seal? I need the heart seal, otherwise this map is completely pointless. Yeah, I don't think I bought the heart seal, so let me go buy that real quick. It's staying in Princess, getting Draconic Hex, that lets you train your tome rank as well, then converting to Christianity. Yeah, honestly, but the thing is, I find that Corrin that stays in Princess or Prince or whatever ends up becoming really mid. Why don't you find most of Rev's chapter gimmick annoying? I don't know. It's just I guess it's just the difference in. Yeah, I just don't. They don't bother me. They just don't bother me. I mean, like, for example, I could ask the same question to, like, people that like Thracia. I do not find Thracia that fun at all. But some people love Thracia. I just don't get it. I just don't get it. Let's see. Staff store, let's go buy a heart seal. Like, I think people just different tastes. I guess they sort of numb out some of the issues people have. Why do you goon to stays missing? Yeah, that is the one thing I really don't understand. Like, I don't understand. Like, you never have a third fans like, you know what? Yeah, it's a stupid idea. I don't like that. But they're like, no, actually, stays missing is a genius design. It is genius design. Because you see, it actually makes a skill stat useful. Okay, but like, maybe skill could do something instead of... The only way it needs to do something is by cucking me out of things that I could do normally. I think we might be talking to the wrong Thracia fans. True. Actually, I don't even know if Gordon likes Thracia. I have no idea. But I'm just saying, for example. Okay, I can't field Kaze or Tsubaki. Or Hana, sadly. I can't field any of those. If I do accidentally field them, I cannot use them for anything. I suppose you could say I could let them, like, I could just get them killed off, maybe, but that's about it. But I do get to use Sakura, which is nice. I do get Sakura, and that is kind of nice. So yeah, this is mostly what we're going to be stuck with. Alright, see you later, Aries. Okay, so, let's see. Now, I will say the one nice thing about the boat, I'll have so few units, I won't need to fly anyone across. Everyone can just start out on one boat. That is the one nice thing about my setup, is I will have exactly 6 units, so I can just go and keep my units on the boat. So transporting them is not going to be an issue, because I'll just have so few units for that map. But the problem is, those units will not hold very well against the... Like, how are we going to kill a Berserker? That's going to be tough. But I almost exclusively use Magic Coin. Yeah, that might be it, because I usually use Physical Coin. So maybe that's it. Maybe you might be right. You might be... That could be the reason. So, my plan for right now is, for the most part, just go and try to rush to Mozu. That is kind of my plan. We just kind of dart across here, fly over to Mozu, talk to her, you know, help her out, and maybe take out these 2 faceless, but that's about it. So yeah. Okay. Let's see. 14 damage with the Steel Lance. I'm going to kite the Berserker to the east with Gunt and clean up everything else before fighting him. Well, I mean, yeah, you're going to have to kind of kite the Berserker around a bit. Yeah, because you would not be able to fight everything without... Yeah, I think I'll have to kite it. Yeah, you would have to kite. There's, like, no other way. But what if he decides to just go for the other units, though? I think he is a little tricky to kite, isn't he? Unless... Or does the AI just go to whoever is the closest, even outside of range? Like, let's say no one is in range of him, but your Gunt is, like, 1 tile away out of his range, whereas your other guys are like 6 tiles. This is the sole reason I sold no Iron Gun. Not even for rally defense, no. I haven't rally defense, just for that, okay. Corrin actually killing something without the Dragonstone. Wow. Actually, these guys are probably just really weak. Yeah, they're probably just really weak. That's probably what it is. He can go for the closer unit can target? Okay.
That went well.
In that case, that might work. I think that's what Chillstone was saying too. I think Chillstone was also saying that he's kind of that you would have to kite, which I think you're right. Ignore that Corrin is more than double the faces level. That's true, yeah. That is true. It's hard to go wrong with Sakura's personal skill, which is literally just, hey, you want 2 extra defense? Sure. Back to Mozu, yep.
Reminds me of the old days.
So those are the last units I hope to kill without having Mozu. Okay, so. We're gonna go over here. We're going to dance you over here. Let's go. Actually, I might want to kill some of these guys. Just these 2 guards. Just get them out of the way. Maybe I don't need to do it, but this is gonna be a really choked up area if I don't. May the Mozu get Mozu level ups. So, strength, skill, speed, stuff like that. Yeah, hopefully. When you include other units, you're letting Corrin steal all the XP. Well, consider my other units are a healer that can't fight, a guy that's pretty much the same level as Corrin, and a dancer that only EXP is from dancing. There's not really any reason to bother. Yeah, it's a draft, meaning I don't really get that many units anyway. So yeah, I'm not really losing out on much EXP because, yeah, like I said, Jacob's gonna get as little EXP as Corrin gets. Sakura can't fight, and Azura is a dancer, so it doesn't really matter.
We will not fail. It's not your time yet.
It's over.
Back in my day, Monty Mole wasn't a thing. Actually, I think he might be, but not in Mario Party. Go to other free... Because it's a draft. I cannot field it. In drafts, you can't field units you don't have drafted. And, yeah, like, I could have fielded Kaze or someone else, but I don't have... Like, I actually can't field them because they're not drafted. The challenge of a draft is that you're stuck with whatever units you have. You're stuck with whatever units you draft, and in my case, that's... Oh, jeez, these guys might be screwed. These guys might be screwed. They might be screwed. They might just be screwed. Oh, dear. He at least has some decent bulk, but I don't know, man. I don't know if it's gonna be enough. Let's see, that's 12 damage, so that means that on player phase you should be able to kill.
Let me help.
It's a shame this guy's to chase me, so there's not much I can do about that. Okay, stop chasing me. I'm trying to give a little girl some kills, man. Let me give a little girl kills in peace, man. Just let me do that. So the rules are that I can use the units that are not drafted, but only in the map they join in. I can't field them. I can't deploy them, if that makes any sense. So, like, for example, if I didn't have Mozu in this draft, I could use her on this map. Not that she'd be really useful, but I could use her. But I couldn't deploy her. So her main use really ends on this map, if that makes sense. It's more useful for units that actually have bases. Like, for example, Reina. Like, I don't have Reina drafted, meaning that I can use her on Chapter 11. I can use her on Chapter 11, but I can't field her on any future maps. Yeah, we got our archer, which is really nice. We got our archer, that is very good. Let me see if I can go pull this guy with Gunt. Yeah, I'm gonna try to pull this guy with Gunt, and then maybe we can get Bozu kill. Perhaps Bow Knight. Bow Knight? Bro, what? Bow Knight? We're not using a Bow Knight. There's no Bow Knights here. What are you talking about? Bow Unit. Okay. I was gonna say Bow Knight. She can't even promote the Bow Knight. Now without like some weird reclassing. Every class has its own luck-based stat as well. What do you mean? I mean, like, you always have a base luck stat in games. I'm not sure what you mean. Oh god. Actually, hold on. Okay, that's much better.
Allow me to join.
Unfortunately, she didn't get a full level off this, but she will get a lot of EXP.
You're strong.
Be nice if she got a bit more off that, but okay. Alright, let's see if we can go squeeze through here. Its own luck stats, but it's not class. I'm not sure I quite follow what you mean. I'm not quite sure I follow. If Bilt was here, I could probably ask if he understands what you mean by that, because I don't understand what you mean. It's optimal to reclass her on this map. Waiting is kind of pointless. Waiting is pointless. Because remember, her stats are already pretty low. You want them to actually... You want to give her the most opportunity to grow those stats. You wait a long time, or even not that long of a time, but you wait to some extent, that's just kind of, you know, it's just kind of... You're wasting valuable EXP you could be training her up. Which are... Mind you, since these enemies are pretty weak by the time you get here, it is an active, diminishing returns to not give most of these kills, because most of your other guys are not getting much EXP off these guys, so there's no reason to not do that. The luck doesn't change on luck and fit. Oh, okay, I see what you're saying. I never really noticed that, but maybe they did change that, I don't know. I mean, it's usually not that noticeable, except when you make someone a berserker or something. Because yeah, if you make someone a berserker, yeah, they're gonna lose a lot of, they're gonna lose a lot of luck. That's the main thing that happens when you become a berserker, is they lose a bunch of luck. They face a lot more crit.
Let's go. What do you know?
Alright, first Bozu level. What are we gonna get? That's kind of what I expected. Hey, I'll take it. That's just what I want. That is just what I want. And skill +2, so she'll even have a better chance of hitting. So yeah, that's good. That's kind of what we want. The problem is we don't really have an archer if she dies. If Mozu dies, we don't have another archer. So it might be best to make her the mother of a unit. Question is, what unit would that be? That's a good question. What would we... If we were to make her a mother, who would she be the mother of? If we were to make Mozu a mother, who would we make her the mother of? Not really many guys she can marry, to be honest. I don't know who she can escort. I would imagine she can escort Jacob, but I don't know what else. Like an Echoes of Leon dies, yeah. Except at least it's purely a skill issue on my part if she dies. If she dies, it's purely a skill issue on my part. If, with Leon, you can just get screwed over because the AI does something stupid. Like, at least I get Mozu guaranteed as long as I go and rescue her. Which you always can do. Yeah, those guys can rush her eventually if you don't get to her fast enough, but, like, you can just fly over there and yeah. They're pretty forgiving. Okay. Look at the little spin thing. Bro thinks he's a freaking GBA warrior on Fates. That's a kill. Let's not do that. Okay. Plus, this will help her bow rank up significantly. Ideally, if we could get her to D rank by the end of this map, that'd be great. D rank and maybe like level 6. That's what I'd hope for. 6, maybe like 7 or 8. 8 might be a stretch. I think 7 is possible.
You saved me.
Yeah, Corrin, well, not Corrin. I was gonna say Sakura has actually been really good. Sakura is gonna be great. She's a healer, but she becomes a really solid combat unit later on, so that's good. Yeah, so far I'm noticing that it seems like Corrin's leveling by far the worst out of my units. Like even freaking Gunter's been leveling better, which is actually pretty sad if you think about it. Okay. Okay, 2-shot. Okay, nice. So long as Gunt doesn't miss. Gunt, I said it. Gunt, really? Really, Gunt? Really? Really, Gunt? Really, Gunt? Watch this crit. Watch this crit. Watch this crit. Okay. Thankfully that didn't crit. Thankfully that didn't backfire. Blind old man. Bro has cataracts, I guess. I don't know. Well, look, if you want an archer to get any 1-stat level up, strength is... It's hard to really go wrong with strength. Strength is always going to be good on Archer. Could have been much better, but it could also been like +1 skill or something. Like I said, it could have been worse. It could have been worse. An Archer really just wants strength more than anything.
I'm ready.
You know, Sakura could be a good mother for Dwyer, because I don't really know what the frick Dwyer wants to be. But that's kind of the nice thing about Sakura, is that she can give both good strength and good magic. Thank you, Jacob, for being a proper Jagan. Unlike this sad excuse of an old man here.
You may rely on me. Allow me. This should be simple.
That went well.
Still getting quite a bit of XP, so that's good. Alright. I think the main 2 carries of next map will probably be Bozu and, even though she's been leveling garbage, Pala. But of course, Jacob could also be kind of nice. Jacob could be kind of nice there. Problem is we don't get any Poison Strike. Not like doing Chapter 9 without Poison Strike is gonna suck. That does kind of suck. Okay. And next up, we want to go for, no, not that. Not that. Bronze Axe, and put you up here. Okay. I think it's gonna be a nice backup for this. Yeah, no, it's gonna be nice having sewing for, you know, even though, no, you're not wrong. It's gonna be helpful.
You're strong.
Even though Rinka usually isn't helpful, but when you're this desperate, hey, even a good stat backpack could be nice. Even a good stat backpack could be useful. Oh, nice! Strength, magic, luck, and defense. Very good. Very promising first level. I love seeing her get defense. It's great. Mozu Gaming, Sakura Gaming. I mean, that was a great first level. Fantastic first level. Like I said, I might go and make Sakura Dwyer's mother, because, like I said, I don't really know what the frick that Dwyer wants to do. I don't know if he wants to stay in Troubadour. I don't know if he wants to go... I don't even know what his Heartseal reclass is, to be honest. I have no idea what you're supposed to do with Dwyer. Yeah, on the flip side, I could also make him maybe like an archer. If I make Mozu his mother. Because I would assume that Mozu supports Jacob. I mean, I could be wrong, but... And maybe I'm wrong, but... I would need to check my support. After this map, I will check supports. I will check and see what I could do. You got... Yeah, I have to use... Well, I guess I don't have to use Kane, but I'm stuck with having him. Yeah. Unfortunately, I have the worst unit in Rev. Honestly, yeah, I think Caden is the worst unit in the Rev. Odin's probably like a close second, but at least Odin gives you... At least Odin's daughter is actually good. Caden can't even say his daughter is good. Selkie is like even worse than him. So yeah, I would say at least Odin gives you a good child unit. Which is, like I said, it's more than Caden can say. It's more than Caden can say. It is more than Caden can say. It is more than Caden can say. Okay, yeah, that's not too promising when you're taking that much damage. That's like all she has going for her, though. Doesn't mean she's good, though. Nyx is up there. Nah, I hard to disagree on Nyx. Nyx has a bit of a rough start, but she's still a mage in Rev. And magic damage, once you get to Vala, magic damage is really good in Vala. So, like, even though, yeah, she may be frail as molasses, just being able to do heavy magic damage is really good. Now, I disagree. I think she's actually pretty good. Now, yeah, I don't think she's, like, the best unit in the game or anything, but I think, if I could use Nyx in this run, I would love to show people that Nyx is honestly pretty solid. We turned into one... into a rug? Yeah, I guess so. That's like the one thing that you could do with Selkie is turn her into a rug. Yeah, that's definitely using her. Well, she's gonna get more use of being a rug than she would out of being, you know, out of being a unit. That's for sure. Do I want to set up a kill? The ultimate glass cannon? Yeah, but that's the thing. It's like glass cannons are not bad. It's just people who say a glass cannon's bad just doesn't really know how to use them. Unless they're in like a very enemy-faced game, which Rev is not heavily enemy-faced. It has some enemy-faced moments for sure, but there's a lot of player-faced moments as well, and that's where Nyx really comes to shine. Rizu almost got the pin with that one. Yeah, that's almost pin worthy. Almost pin worthy. It almost is. Almost pin worthy. It's pretty solid.
Thanks.
Alright, Mozu level. Last time she's got strength. Let's see what she can get. Strength, skill, speed, luck, and defense. I love to see it. Yeah, Mozu's getting good levels. She got like one kind of shaky level, but like I said, at least that one was +1 strength, so it's, you know, it's hard to go wrong. I don't think she's gonna miss a single point of strength so far, so that's really nice. That is really nice. I do like that. Let's go heal you. I don't need to, but it'd be nice. Yeah, Nyx isn't too bad to use. Nyx is not bad at all. I think there's far worse units than Nyx. Because, like, the way I would rate a unit is, like, assuming I'm using them and not, like, assuming I'm using them cautiously, could this unit actually benefit me? And that's the thing, there's a lot of units in Vola that have a lot of defense, like an ungodly amount of defense, and your physical guys, even like Xander and Ryoma, will start to struggle against doing damage to them. There's like a halfway through Vola, there's like a weird switch where you suddenly really need magic damage, and if you don't have magic damage, you're just not going to be doing a lot. And Leo aren't bad. You can get Maid and the other class on her. She can do a magic and heal. Yeah, I'd imagine she would actually work out pretty well, yeah. Wait, do I kill with, let's see, that's plus 4 damage. I think it should kill. I could be wrong, though. I could be wrong. I could entirely be wrong. With a Dragon Stone, I should definitely do a lot of damage. That's 26 damage. But the question is, what's her accuracy? 21 minus 5. So she should survive that. Okay. You know what? I'll give it a try. Okay, yeah, that'll definitely do it. Yeah, I think Leo's another unit that I used to think was a lot worse than he actually is. Leo is not the fastest guy in the world, but he's a really bulky magic user, and that's really good in Vola. Having a bulky magic user is really, really good. It is a godsend in Vola. And yeah, I understand that Nyx is not bulky by any definition of the word. She is probably one of the frailest units in the game, but being able to use that magic nuke stuff is really good. I found a funny Kaizo Fates mod that makes enemies go crazy. The Mozu map had magic fists with brave effective weapon fist. That's just what I don't understand why people play the freaking Kaizo things. Like it just doesn't sound fun. But I guess some people have like a really masochistic definition of fun. I guess to each their own. But it's just like and Faceless can also have range. That's just great. That's just great, isn't it? Like I said, I guess to each their own. I'm not going to tell people what they can and can't enjoy, but I don't see the appeal. Stuff like that. Like, because there's like a decent challenge sort of hard, and there's just pain and suffering. It's like Spice. Starberry Lemonade. Hello, welcome to viewer. Magic becomes very important, I agree. It really sucks you don't have one or they end up growing super bad. I just had the worst Hayato ever. What class was he, out of curiosity? Because my last Rebel run, my Hayato pretty much carried me. My Hayato carried. My Hayato was fantastic. There's a way to make Hayato really good. There is a way. I wonder if you did it. If you did and you still ended up being really bad, then my condolences. I think you just got really unlucky. But there is a way to make him really good in Rev. There is a way to make him really good. And I'm not sure how many people know about it. Especially a Kaizo run, Diviner didn't grow magic. That's, yeah, I don't know if this build probably would not help. But what I would say for Rev is train him as a Diviner, then use his, Oni Savage Hayato. Yeah, no, Oni Savage Hayato is insane. No, I'm not saying train him as an Oni Savage. I'm saying train him as a Diviner, reclass him at level 20 or whenever you want to promote him. I recommend level 20. Train up to level 20, reclass him right before promotion, promote him into Oni Chieftain. Promote him into Oni Chieftain. You have now a really tanky mage. You have a very tanky mage. And his growths are just really good all around. Now, like I said, in your case, it sounds like you just got really, really unfortunate and unlucky. Because your Hayato just didn't get magic, which really sucks. That's really unfortunate. Because I did this in my run, and he just kept getting HP and defense and speed and stuff like he just ended up being really good. I might actually still have that file up so I can show you whenever I'm done here on this map. Because he had like 40 plus HP at the end of the game, which is very solid, especially for a mage. A mage having 40 plus HP is like almost unheard of. I don't even think he was blessed either. I think he was just kind of average. I think my Hayato was actually just kind of average. She just Oni, like Sota says, Oni Chieftain Hayato is just insane. And its Heart Seal reclass is Oni Savage, so like he automatically has it. It is absolutely crazy. If you've never tried Oni Chieftain Hayato, you gotta try him. He is fantastic. Like, I knew Hayato could be good, but this is like on a whole different plane. This is absolutely bonkers. Though, if it makes you feel better, Starberry, my Corrin has been leveling like absolute garbage. Level 13, 11 strength, 11 magic, 10, okay, actually not, 13 skill, sorry. 14 speed, 14 luck, 14 defense, 9 res. This is one of the worst Corrins I've ever had. I don't think I've ever had a Corrin this bad. Maybe once, but that's about it. Because she's like consistently bad in like a bunch of areas. There's a bunch of stats that she's just lacking in. She has gotten like 2 points of strength this entire run. So she's definitely strength cursed. I have no doubts about that. Actually, no, her defense is not 14. It's actually 10. It is 10. This is with the Dragon Stone. She has 14. She is not even that tanky. She is actually very frail. She's actually quite frail. And the only way she's doing damage is with the Dragon Stone. She's not doing damage with her sword or anything like that. Because she does have a magic boon, which is helping her a little bit, but that is her lifeline right now. Is that's her lifeline. Yeah, Mozu is the exact opposite of my core, and she's gotten strength every single level. She's gotten strength every level, so she's actually, my Mozu is along very well. Actually, everyone besides my Corrin is doing quite well. Everyone besides my Corrin is doing quite well, but my Corrin, nope, not doing well. Hopefully she fixes it. So far, she hasn't. She's gotten some speed, but she's still not doubling a lot of things. She should be doubling. I know Dragonstone doesn't double, but like, even with the Yato equipped, she only has 15 speed, which sounds like quite a bit, but some of these enemies have like, 12, 13 speed. Obviously, I'm not expecting her to double ninjas. I know that. You're not doubling ninjas, but unless you're absurdly speed blessed, you're not doubling ninjas. But yeah, no, she has not really been fixing herself. She keeps getting like skill unlock levels, and it's just not doing her favors. The same strength as Mozu? Mozu is the same strength as Mozu. Well, yeah, I would imagine so. No, I think you mean Corrin. No, Mozu is... That is pretty sad. Mozu is 1 less strength behind a Corrin that is almost 3 times her level. That's bad. That's bad. That's really bad. That is really bad. Now, Jacob has the same strength, but he's also a butler, so, he's probably a little bit strength cursed as well, but it's not as noticeable on him. Actually, don't know. I almost never use Jacob. I almost exclusively play as male Corrin. I'm only playing as female Corrin because in this draft, I have a bunch of female units that are in the early game, and I have to keep them alive, and they're pretty squishy, so I feel like having Jacob would be better. Corrin washed bench. Yeah, no, this Corrin's really bad, and the problem is that this Corrin guy has to carry, too. Now, I do have Rally Defense Gunter, which will certainly help her tank when she is not really able to tank, but there's only so much that Corrin can really tank. Because, even with, let's see, Rally Defense and even all this, oh yeah, she certainly walls and within range of the... Yeah, with all this factored in, with Jacob's Gentle Ohm and Sakura's Quiet Strength, she would have effectively 22 defense, which is good, but, you know, that requires a lot of setup. More than it should. More than it should. But there's a reason why I did that, is so that it would work out. Because without rally strength, we're very squishy. Has gone 3 strength levels. I don't know if that's about average. I don't know. It's probably a little bit cursed, but it's probably not as cursed as Corin. Because, like I said, I barely ever used Jacob, so I don't really have an idea as to how good or bad that really is. It's probably not good. It's probably a little bit cursed, but probably not as cursed as Corin. At least I'm assuming. If we could get to like level 7 on Mosley, that'd be great. Especially with how well she's been leveling, that'd be amazing. For Jacob and Rev, personally. Really? That's interesting because because Felicia gets Strategist, which is really useful on Chapter 9. It absolutely melts the units on Chapter 9. Absolutely melts them. It is crazy how much it just obliterates these enemies.
We've got this.
Okay. Yeah, she'll probably get like 1 more level for this map. Oh, she finally didn't get strength, but it's okay. She's been getting a really good level. She, you know what? You get 1 bad level here and then. That's okay. Yeah, it could be better. It could have been a better set of stats, but to be fair, unlike a certain someone here, she's been getting strength every single level. I think she does it. She can get a break. She can get a lucky break every now and then. She can get, well, not lucky, an unlucky break. She can get an unlucky break every now and then. She's gonna get strength like every level. She can afford 1 or 2 bad levels. Shining Bow Mozu, let's go. Yeah. Shining Bow Mozu. Shining Bow Mozu. It's okay, Mozu. Yeah. I mean, someone's probably gonna be like, oh, this is like that one, the Gordon Ramsay meme, but it is not, because it's like, this is like comparing like an incredibly lazy person not putting any effort for like the 10th time in a row, and a really hard worker who just, you know, it's just a bad day once. Oh, did we get, Oh, she got D-rank and bows. Let's go. So now she can use the iron bow. She can now use iron bows. Isn't that nice? I thought she might get it, like, in the next map, but that's good. Good job, Mozu. Good job, Mozu. I'm proud of you. And you are about to reach level 10, so that's really nice, too. Just in time for Chapter 9. Because Inspiring Song could actually save someone's life out there. +3 speed.
Oh.
Yep, Inspiring Song is quite nice.
I'm with you.
Okay. We might be able to get her to level 7. It's gonna be a bit of a tight squeeze, but I think we can do it. It's gonna be a little tight, but I think we can do it. Certainly with chipping the boss down a little bit, that should work.
Be careful.
Okay. So, let's look over here. Do 9 damage on Dancer. Gentle Home is nice. I'm usually building the female units early game with a couple of exceptions. Yeah, and the thing is, Rev early game litters you with a lot of female units. And normally I don't find it to be too much of an issue. But with the draft choices I have to use, yeah, that's just a bunch of female units all around. I mean, well, you got Mozu, Sakura, Selena, Effie, Hinoka. I mean, it's like half the cast right here. And, I mean, when you really count Caden, I don't really count Caden. Caden does not count. Caden is such a freaking meme pick. Odin might work. It usually has not worked for me, but I am a little confident that making him a Master of Arms is the way to go. If there's a way to make Odin work in Rev, it's making him a Master of Arms, I'm assuming. Because Dark Knight clearly is not... Dark Knight is not the way to go. I'm afraid it is not, no. I tried Dark Knight in a previous challenge run of Rev, and no. Odin... I was like, oh, Odin Dark Knight's just like a slightly worse... No, he's not a slightly worse Leo. He is like 1/8 the power of Leo. He is so bad. He is so mediocre. He is so terrible, man. He's like... Do not try Dark Knight Odin, not worth it. And is there a marriage for Peg Knight, Kinshi? Friendship is a really easy build to punch holes. I mean, I guess, but that does kind of sacrifice her actually being a dancer. And that's the thing, I don't really like the idea of sacrificing having a dancer. Let's see here. No damage. Maybe we should ask Speedwing here how to make Caden work in Rev. We should ask Speedwing here. Well, I don't know what he would say for Caden, but I know with Rinka he has an unironic cancer. For some reason. Okay. I would like to give Corin the kill here, because usually I have Corin at level 14 for chapter 9. And in this case, I don't even have Corin as chapter 14 yet, so that's not good. Great Knight Azura. Great Knight Azura. That is the squishiest Great Knight I've ever seen. That's gotta be the squishiest Great Knight in existence. Oh yeah, see, Camaro also likes forfeiting his dancer for some reason. I'm not sure why. Strength, skill, speed, luck. Very nice. So yeah, that's 6... No, sorry, that's 5 for 6 strength levels on Mozu. That's really good. And she's also got speed. That's... Yeah, Mozu has been loading very well. This Mozu is loading very well. I cannot complain. You know, a good way to train my Paula is just have her chip this guy down. Unironically.
I'll go with you.
Chapter 6. Yeah, I suppose she could if you're actually training her, you know, combat. The same strength as Corin. That's just sad. Like, come on, Corin. If you get a level here, make sure it at least gives you some strength, please. You really do need strength. I'm gonna give like every energy drop to Corin in this run. Unless she magically starts getting like 1,000,000 strength levels. She really needs it. She needs it more than anyone else so far. Because at least Jacob has the same amount of magic and he doesn't use the Omega Yato. So, you know, it's not a big deal. I don't even think this boss actually gives that much EXP, which kind of sucks. So, she probably won't even reach level 14 from this. Likely not, which is unfortunate, but... It is what it is, I suppose. It is what it is. Maybe we can give you another level? It'd be nice to get to level 7 on her. Alright, her first level is pretty good. Let's see what her second level is. Still pretty good. I think her last level was a little bit better because I think she got defense as well, but this is not bad. 2 points of strength so far, dang. People, it never ceases to amaze me how high her strength growth actually is. It's like 45% or something. It's actually not that bad at all. What's the boon? Bane? Her boon is magic and her bane is luck. I know, you would not tell by looking at her luck. I did give her a goddess icon, but that was actually before I checked her luck. I was like, oh, she's got a luck bane. She probably needs it anyway. No, for some reason that's like her highest stat. So much for making it a bane, you know. Like it really did a lot, didn't it? Jake would prefer to get more magic anyway. He is more physically oriented, but like we could always give him like the flame shuriken if we really need to. It's a way to kind of patch him up if need be. So yeah, unfortunately, she's probably not going to get level 14, even though she really needs a level. But I really doubt she's going to get there, because this guy does not get that much EXP. He gets like 30 EXP. Yeah, no, not even 30. 20 EXP. That's pathetic. You, sir, deserve to have your boss rights revoked with that little chump amount of EXP. Alright, so we got through that. I'm kind of surprised we got through this first stream completely deathless. Like that. That's kind of a wonder with how god-awful my Corrin is. Thankfully, it just seems to be my Corrin that's bad. My other units seem to be fine. Alright, A support with Jacob. I have never seen this. I've never supported Jacob to A rank, I don't think. Yeah, at the very least, he can still be a healer, if nothing else, you know. Shame the Corrin sucks, yeah. The genuine shame this Corrin sucks. And by the way, guys, if you hadn't realized it, for those of you who are newer here, I don't get a new unit until chapter 12. No, sorry, 13. I don't get a new unit until chapter 13, which is Selena and Caden, who are not really that great of units anyway. I would say Selena is better, but Selena's still not that good in Rev. Let's see, we get Effie in the next map. After that, I'm trying to say. And Effie is better, I guess? The problem that Effie has is that, I mean, she starts at a pretty low level, and she's not really a tank, unlike what her class would imply she is. There's like 2 or 3 points off on both magic and strength. Yeah, which is just stupid. It's like, I don't know why she's so screwed in like everything. Like I said, the only 2 stats I think she's not screwed in, well, okay, maybe 3, is like skill, luck, and speed. I know she's not cursed in skill and luck, because it's like the only thing she ever levels up. I think her HP's okay too. I do think we actually have memes, so stay tuned. He actually did faint. Okay, that's kind of funny. Every now and then, faint sports can actually be kind of funny.
What's this?
An umbrella? Okay. She's a point ahead in speed. Really? That's good. Oh, nice. We got some milk. Okay, so she's at least not slow. For a while, she's been really slow, but I guess she's starting to get caught up in speed. Then Silas, then Hinoka, finally last level with Odin. Yeah, like I said, no, you don't... I read up Kameru's draft pick earlier, and I recall someone saying, like, he hits, like, a power spike later on, because he gets frickin' Xander and Ryoma. I don't really get a power spike. I just get a few more bodies to throw, a few more warm bodies to throw at the enemies. Silas is, like, the best unit I get. Objectively. Silas is, like, the best objectively. Now, getting the child units is probably in my best interest. At least Ophelia and Sophie. Because having another paladin and having a actually good magic unit, because I don't think this... Guys, I don't think this Corrin is going to be a good magic unit. Getting Ophelia is going to be really good. Okay, who do we support? Who does Mozu support? She supports Jacob. So she could go and marry Jacob. That's good. And then who does, I would assume Soccer can also marry Jacob. Yes. So they both can marry Jacob. The question is, who would be a better mother for Dwyer? I have barely ever used Dwyer, so I don't really know how he works. I don't really know what his growths are like. I know he starts out as a troubadour. I don't really know... I don't know how... I don't know if he's like a mixed attacker. I don't know if he's like mostly magic. I have no idea. Because if he's like more of a mixed guy, I could make Sakura as mother. Because you can't really go wrong with Sakura as a mother. Unless you're trying to make like a tank or something. So this is hilarious in Rev. Sometimes I like giving him a renewal just to tank. I've heard Silas is a really good tank in Rev. He's like a discount Xander, according to what I hear. Which is nice. I do need something like Xander. Mixed. He's a mixed attacker. Okay. That's kind of nice. Like I said, leaning towards magic. Then that means that Sakura would be a pretty good mother. Sakura would be a pretty good mother for him then. So that's good. He makes it work. What are his reclass options? Like, for example, if I were to, like, what is his Heart Seal reclass? I want to know. Because I probably won't keep him in Troubadour. I'm probably not going to make him a strategist. I mean, maybe I will, maybe I won't, but... So yeah, Mose is probably not a good mother for him. Because he probably doesn't want to be... That is Nisant. What? What's his reclass? Yeah, I don't think Mose is really going to work, but Sakura would be a good mother. She passes down quite a bit of magic. Cav. Huh. Cav. Okay. So he gets Paladin or Great Knight. I don't know what is... I would probably need to check that after stream, like, what is Grossar in Paladin or Great Knight? I could see Great Knight being kind of interesting, but I don't know how tanky he is. That's the thing. I don't really know how tanky he is. He's probably not that tanky. He's not picky with moms. He likes almost everyone. That's good. Because I don't have many... Well, I have a lot of mom options, but... One thing I will actually consider, though, for this run, I might consider, is actually Hinoka Silas. Because I have tried this in Birthright Lunatic, and a Birthright Lunatic Ironman. And the thing that's really nice about Hinoka is that she gets access to Great Knight. And Hinoka is crazy in Great Knight because she's a Great Knight that doubles a lot of things. She still has Darting Blow. Remember, Hinoka, think of Hinoka like this. She always has enough speed to double. She usually has overkill speed. So putting her into an actually slow but like kind of tanky and hard hitting class is actually really good. 37% Pal, 42% Great Knight. Wait, what? Percentages, what? Oh, with the Oboro Mom, he's like 42% strength. That's not terrible. It's not great, though. But Oboro doesn't, I think, pass down a ton of strength, so I don't know. Now, if only Oboro was part of the strength. I don't need her. I don't need her. So my first pair I did in Fates. Silas and Hinoka is actually pretty solid. Now, I haven't tried Great Knight Hinoka in Rev, but in Birthright, she was actually pretty solid until the game became aggressively enemy phase. That's when she kind of fell off. Sneed Blow and Armor Blow sounds crazy. It is pretty crazy. Because, like I said, Great Knight kind of patches up Hinoka's problems. It says, oh, she wants more strength and defense? Okay, here you go. And that's what's great. Now, we could also just go make her, like, the more basic option of just, you know, Spearmaster. But, like, either way, I'm trying to get Sophie this run, so I think it's a good idea to at least marry her off to Silas. Because at the very least, I at least have Great Knight as an option. If I want it, it's an option. You know, maybe it is in her best interest to be a Spearmaster, I don't know. But I think at the very least, you know, marrying the two is not a bad idea. You know, they can easily marry, so that's a good idea. And perhaps, I don't know who Mose would be the mother of. There's not really many... Because I'm probably not going to get Soleil. Her map could easily kill the run, and yeah, I don't really need her. Yeah, it's a shame that... Yeah, I don't really see much... I don't know, maybe... You know, maybe Selkie as an archer maybe actually might work. I kind of doubt it, but maybe. At least she doesn't have to worry too much about her squishiness, but... With or without class growth bonuses, because I'm pretty sure it's a bit more. That's a problem. Moss did not give himself that many males. He gave himself a bunch of females, but like no males. And that makes things a lot harder to work with. Okay. Go feed the fish some beans, I guess. Anyway, I'm gonna go get the memes, or we're gonna go do a meme review. Take a look here. Okay. Alright, so these are Ares' memes. Let me see. Give me a sec. What have we got? Meme. Okay. Let's take a look. Let's see. One meme, their meme. Okay. So, Maki every 2 seconds. She's probably not here anymore. I don't think she's been here since like the first 30 minutes of stream, but yeah, that is kind of accurate. She's just always laughing. She's always laughing. If she saw this meme, she'd also be laughing. And then the other one. Certain chapter 7 enemy priests for some reason. It's actually chapter 8, but yeah, for some reason. Okay. So, for some reason, I hate a priestess, and for some reason, she sounded like a guy. Like a really, like, low-pitched guy for some reason when she got hit. I don't know why she sounded like that. And so I guess that's the reason for this meme. What are the Troubadour growths? It's 42 in Troubadour, but in Green Knight, 62%. His strength was a 62% in Great Knight? That's really good. That's actually really good. That is really good. 62% strength is really nice. I mean, yeah, I guess in Troubadour, if Troubadour has 42% strength growth, that's actually pretty solid. I think you need to give Harden the Corin in your PFP. Yeah, I need that Corin. I need that Corin in your PFP, Inkling. Connie reason I need it. My Corin sucks. My Corin sucks. My Corin frickin' sucks, man. I don't know why my Corin's so bad, but my Corin is bad. With the Boru as a mom, probably not with the Boru as a mom. I kind of doubt he'd have that high of it. Really? Really? So maybe Mozu as a mother might actually not be a bad choice. Mozu or Sakura? Who else could Sakura marry? Well, the thing is, I need to figure out something with Selkie. I don't think there's any way. I don't think there's any way to sell it. Like Rizu said, the only thing that Selkie's good at is that rug. Because she's not good at anything else. Selkie just sucks. I don't think you're fixing Selkie. It's like there's those guys who are like, I can fix it. No, you cannot fix Selkie. You cannot fix Selkie. There is no fixing Selkie. She's just bad. Well, anyway, that is yeah, that's kind of that. I know the stream was a little bit shorter, but there's no way I'm doing chapter 9 tonight. Not with no magic unit and with this kind of sucky squad. This squad is, I mean, they've overall been leveling up pretty well, except this one. Obviously I can only use these units. I can't use these. You gotta accept it. You can't fix her, yeah. Somewhere out there, there's Selkie simps, and those Selkie simps cannot fix her. Just remember the growth in general. Yeah. Oh, is he gonna make a meme out of that? That's gonna be funny. But anyway, so next stream will be on Monday. Next stream will be on Monday, and we're gonna do Fuga's really unfun ride. It's gonna be even more of a slog than usual. I can probably keep everyone alive, but that map just is not fun. Vora actually brings down Dwyer's. Really? Really? That's interesting. That is quite interesting. The real question is, if you're going to make him a Great Knight, though, what is his defense? His defense growth is not that high, which I suspect is probably not that high. Then that might not be great. But having a good strength growth is kind of nice, I suppose. That is kind of nice. Just I would not expect Cavalier to have been his class. I would have thought it'd be something else. You know, I just realized this army's gonna have a severe lack of axe units. This army has like no axe units. We have what? I mean, I know Gunter can technically use axes, but like we're not really using axes on him. Yeah, no, we don't really get axes. If Paula could actually grow her strength growth, then, you know, Oni Chieftain could actually be kind of good with axes, but, you know. And, of course, I can reclass her back to Blacksmith for the Omega Yato, but this Corrin is not leveling strength. I don't know why. Maybe, you know, maybe in the second half of the game, she's just going to get strength like every single level. I don't know. 45% defense in Paladin and 55% in Great Knight. You know, maybe I need to think about Dwyer and Great Knight. That sounds pretty good to me, honestly. Although, granted, Oboro is not going to be his mother, so, you know. Sakura may tank his defense. That's the thing. Sakura or Mozu may very well tank his defense. That's the issue. His defense is probably going to be a bit lower, with either of those mothers. That's why I'd probably try to reclass him out of Troubadour as fast as possible. I just think Troubadour is just not really what I need. I mean, yeah, it could be nice, I suppose. Troubadour could be nice, but like, I like Strategist Felicia not because it's mounted. I like it because it makes use of her good magic, and she's insanely fast. She just doubles everything. I know. Alright. Well, yeah, I was gonna end the stream anyway. Anyway, see you guys later. I'll see you guys on Monday, where we go and tackle Uga's Unfun Wild Ride. See you guys later.